Doug and PA back with another one. Thank you for joining me this Sunday. I really appreciate it. This is going to be a good one. We are talking about women who have never had a serious relationship. And the thing about it is, guys, I've done multiple videos on this, right? And there are just so many that I can do a whole live stream on it and still have ones to make videos out of. One of the newest things now is women talking about how they haven't had a serious relationship on TikTok, social media. I don't know why. I have no idea. But if they're going to keep making videos, I'm going to keep covering them on my channel. So, l- give me 1 second here. Oh, oh, make sure to like the video on the way in. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And okay, Saint Kevin Samuels. Probably, well, my second favorite person in the red pill. Pearl's my first one. He had a term called femcells, guys. Femcells are these socially awkward women who are perpetually single. And the craziest part about it is there's this myth that femcells are all ones and twos and threes, ugly looking trolls living under a bridge. And guys, it's not true. There are a lot of attractive looking women who are perpetually single. And there's always a reason, guys, always. Whether they're, super leftist, liberal, crazy feminists, whether they're focusing on the career, who knows what it is. And you guys got to be careful because especially if a woman gets into her 30s with no relationship experience, guys, what happens right around 35, guys? They smash into that wall. And the sad reality is women under 30 in general aren't looking for relationships. They're just not. Then right around 30 to 35, they want a relationship all of a sudden, and then they're desperate for one. So there's no in between. It's either they don't want one at all, or they're desperate for one, and they're going on TikTok and whining about it. And that just makes the wall even worse, guys. Smashing into the wall has never been harsher than how it is in 2024. And don't feel bad for these women, guys. Don't. Just laugh at them like I do. So I'm going to show you the TikTok that set this whole thing off. And then I actually found a news story about this girl's TikTok here. But we are going to go through the TikTok that sparked my interest in this. So let me share this real quick. Once again, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that super chat button. All donations are appreciated. And I understand the economy is rough right now. So if you can donate, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So this girl, Nicole Farina, she's in her mid 20s and she's single. She says, some of the things I actively have to work on since I've never had a boyfriend. Some days are tougher than others, but all will wait. Hashtag Charleston Diaries. That's her channel. Hashtag dating. Hashtag dating advice. Hashtag dating story time. Hashtag never had a boyfriend. Hashtag dating life. Hashtag dating life be like. Hashtag dating life, dating advice for women. Hashtag dating advice for girls. Hashtag dating advice for the ladies. Hashtag dating advice for your single friend. All right, let's see what this Nicole Farina has to say, and then we're going to look over a story uh, on the Guardian about this post because, of course, the Guardian. So let's see what she has to say.
I've never had a boyfriend. I'm 26 years old, and today we are going to talk about some of the struggles that come along with that. While I am very confident in the fact that I've never been in a relationship or had a boyfriend, there are still some factors that make it just a little bit difficult. So I wanted to share that in case anybody else felt the same way.
And once, like I said, guys, these women are not unattractive. This girl's put in the chat what you would rate this girl. I put her at a 6. You know, she came on here not wearing makeup or not putting on makeup while she's doing her freaking TikTok. Guys, I can't stand that. I can't stand when women put $500 worth of makeup on while they're talking on TikTok. You literally see them transform into a whole different person. It's modern day sorcery, guys. Modern day sorcery. Or when they eat while they're doing these videos. That is disgusting. But once again, guys, what would you okay. See, Steve M in the house, Matt Demo, good to see you. Conquering Wanderer, thanks for being here. Kenford Julian from the bottomless pit, Brooklyn, New York. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, but I put her at a 6 and she's young. You know, you always have to wonder what's wrong with these women. So let's see if she says anything or we can figure out what's wrong while she's talking, because they always tell on themselves.
First of all, there's this feeling of just being undesirable and like unworthy for a relationship that, especially if you don't have a boyfriend or and I've really struggled with that. I obviously know deep down that I'm worthy of love and being in a relationship and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes there's the devil on my shoulder that's just kind of like, well, if we're looking at past examples, like, no, you're not, because how come it hasn't happened yet? So it's been a journey to teach myself not to think like that. Then there's the fact of never having been in a relationship kind of makes you very independent. And like, while I was growing up, my focus was like school and swimming and friends. And now in this part of my life, I'm very career focused and friends focused. It's like, how do you like cycle a guy in? Because I've never had to do it before. So
Told you guys. So she was focused on school. Then she's focused on swimming. Now she's focused on her career. And she has to fit a guy into this. That's all wrong, guys. All wrong. The type of man she doesn't, the type of man she wants doesn't want to have to fit into her life. And the sad reality, guys, is that what kind of job is she most likely going to have? What kind of activities is she going to have that this whole fitting into thing? Is it going to be worth it for the guy? No. She should be looking to fit into a high value man's life, but she wants a guy to fit into her life. Odds are she has a degree in something nobody cares about. She has a job that's not going to make her any money. She has friends. Let's face it, guys. Women can't stand each other, so she has friends who will stab her in the back and sleep with whatever boyfriend she does have. But she's gonna try to fit a man into her life. She got it all twisted. And here's the thing, guys. If you have any single women friends, and they're like, "Oh yeah, why am I single?" Odds are it's because they're navigating life like a single woman. And if men aren't gonna try to convince women who are single to not be single anymore. Women, any women watching this, anyone, if you're navigating life like a single woman, nobody's gonna stop you. Nobody. It's not a man's responsibility to show you that you should be single. Oh shit. Sorry. Hold on. Responsibility to show you. Okay. Cool. Let's move on.
So it's like that's another tough thing. Then this might be a little bit more of a personal example, but I really struggle with being vulnerable with my feelings. I have a lot of walls up and my heart is extremely guarded, which
Oh, I have a whole lot of walls up and my heart's extremely guarded. It happens to all of us. Women get hurt once and go running. Women get hurt the smallest little boo boo in the dating relationship market, and they'll take themselves off the market for 2-3 years, or they'll run back to school and get $100,000 more in debt for a second degree that nobody cares about.
I'm working on letting that down. Being open and vulnerable with my feelings scares me a lot because every time that I have been brave and told a guy how I felt, shared my feelings, is always gone up in flames for me. It's never just been like, oh no, I just don't feel the same way. It's usually been like, oh, I feel the same way, but we can't work out for XYZ, which in turn has made me feel like there's something wrong with me.
Because there probably is. Yes, there's always a reason, guys. Always.
And it's just been honestly kind of scarring, and now has made me really scared to open up with my feelings because I'm like, I don't want to feel that again. And then that has led me into only wanting to keep things casual a lot of the times, so you don't have to deal with feelings. And so then it's like this transition of like, how do you jump from casual to like serious. When at the end of the day, I know that's what I want, but it's just really scary to like have to do it.
So she's fine with okay. So a couple of guys didn't return her feelings, so she has walls up. And guys, I guess having walls up means hopping from sausage to sausage. That's what that must mean nowadays. Pyro,
Mm,
good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well, man.
I got a banger today, man. Just wait. I got a freaking banger here. What?
So how you doing? So
I'm good,
how you
man.
doing? Oh,
I'm
that's good to hear, man.
yeah. I'm talking about these fem cells, man. These women who are relationship virgins. They're called. What do you? What? Okay. Let me ask you. w- w- Do you agree that women who are always single, there's a reason why?
Yes, 100,
And
100%. Because if you look at it, women have better choices at getting men, and they have a better choice at keeping them, but they don't even try to try to get it right. Like it's so easy to keep a man, but they don't really care.
yeah, I agree.
They're trying to
And then
find
two,
better.
and then
Sorry,
two, at what age do you think it's a serious red flag if a woman's never had a serious relationship? What age?
like 30 going up to 40.
30 going up to 40. Okay. Why would you say that range?
Because if you look at it, you're too old. At that point, you're supposed to have kids.
I was straight up, man. Go ahead.
And then
So you,
it's like an example, like it's like a 40-year-old man who is balding, trying to get in the NFL. Like, brother, you're too old, man. You're past your prime.
yep, yep. Time, yeah. Other things beckon, and you know what's another thing about 30 to 40 years old? A lot of these women who have never had a serious relationship, they end up wanting kids, but they can't get along with a guy. And you know what usually ends up happening?
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
Telling you, all most of these women you see complaining are gonna end up single moms, dude. And single
Yes,
moms raise the next carjackers uh, of the world, man, of the United States, of the
yes,
world. I'm telling you. So, and then once again, this girl's not unattractive. I have no
that's
idea why
true.
she's single. No idea. All right, let's keep going.
And then transitioning from there, some may say I'm a little scared of love, but I will also say I'm scared of it and being in a relationship because I've never had it before. So it's like I don't know who I am in a relationship, and that freaks me out. I love who I am now, and I'm like, am I gonna change? Am I gonna be a different person? Or not even that, but I'm also like, I just don't know what to expect. I don't know what's gonna happen. So it just kind of freaks me out a little bit.
What does the Saint Kevin Samuel say? Any decision made in fear, scarcity, and lack is a bad decision.
Yes, that
Yep,
that
and she's
means that
huh? Go ahead.
that means that means she picked you because she's running out of time because you're not her first choice.
Well, see, I don't even think that she has that concept yet. See, she hasn't been chosen yet, or guys aren't coming after her. So it isn't even a choice thing for her because look, you're not your first choice. Is for women who guys are constantly trying to choose, and apparently guys aren't trying to choose her. So yeah, so So Michael Sanchez, thank you for joining. Conquering Wonders is 25 for me. Most women who are unable to change for better in their prime only become even more jaded as time goes by. 100%. CVM says the question is, what is her body count? Zero. I highly doubt that. Come on, man. You already know. Is she a virgin?
Nope.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
She went to college, man. Remember, a lot of these women in college rack up more bodies than a freaking mortuary, man. Come on.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
especially on the first date.
It's true. 100% true, my friend. Let's get to the rest of this.
But so that makes me a little scared. So those are kind of my inner struggles that I deal with as someone who's never had a boyfriend, and I just feel like at the end of the day, I know that these struggles make me a tougher person, make me a better person, and it's gonna make my relationships, when the time comes for me to get into them, it's gonna make them even better. Because I've had to learn myself and learn all these kind of things the hard way, and I think that's the best way to learn. So if you resonate with this, I feel for you and I love you. I've never had
You hear all that cope, guys? All that cope. When I finally do have a relationship, when my time comes, when my Prince Charming comes in, I'll be asleep one day and he'll kiss me on the lips and I'll wake up. Just like, wasn't that Snow White? I think it was Snow White. I don't know. But anyway, just the fairy tale is in her head, guys, and the clock is ticking. So this is the article from the Guardian about it. And sorry, no, from USA Today. So let's go through this real quick. It says Nicole Farina, which is her, Nicole Farina, has never had a boyfriend. The 26-year-old TikTok's video about her dating life or lack thereof have gone viral, likely because she is in strong single company. The hashtag never had a boyfriend on TikTok has more than 25 million views. Oh. Her vulnerability evidently resonates with viewers. Check out the thousands of comments. She shared how she feels undesirable and how a devil on her shoulder lurks, taunting her about her inexperience. So she knows she's worthy of love. Seeing the response really made me want to just continue talking about it and having this open conversation and normalizing it in a way, because I feel like when I was growing up, this was not talked about. Says the event planner and content creator from Charleston, South Carolina. Of course, she's a content creator. They all are. And a freaking event coordinator. I told you guys, she is trying to fit a man into a life where she's an event coordinator and a content creator. So what
Why,
did she get? Huh?
why women always try doing things that they know they can't juggle?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. CVM says Chad Pookie Tyrone. Yep. Chad Chaddington, Pookie Jenkins, and Tyrone Jackson. No, and Tyrone Thunderstroke. Matt Dima says a lot of white guys have been giving up on white chicks because they're not really interested in us. That is interesting. I've never heard that. I've never heard that at all. Huh. I'll have to do some further research, Matt Dima. Thanks for sharing that. CVM says, Steve, Doug, King, Pyro, Mike, just like a merry-go-round, right? Yep. CVM, remember, what is it? Bobby, Ronnie, Ricky, and Mike. And then Texas criminal defense lawyer and licensed investigator. I enjoy your show. You make me laugh when you laugh. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And then Matt Damon says, so we just switched a different culture, and they're actually really nice and attracted to us. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to do some
Sorry
further
about that,
research
Doug.
on that. Oh,
Okay,
it's okay, my bro.
my
Yeah,
internet was bugging out.
yeah, it's okay, my bro. Don't worry about it. It says, she says, uh, okay, hold on one second. Okay. Okay. Says the event planner and content creator from Charleston, South Carolina. On TikTok, she's learned she's far from alone as others in their 20s and 30s share similar stories on the platform about never having experienced a relationship. Each person's relationship journey is different, so there's no need to stress if Farina's story sounds all too familiar. So, there's they have a couple of examples of other women who've gone to TikTok to talk about how they're single. Are people staying single longer? So you know me, I like to do a current state, and this article has the current state of things. It says some recent statistics indicate that lifelong romantic relationships may not be forming as quickly for young people as they did in decades past. Overall, we've seen a shift in our culture that began occurring as millennials reach adulthood. Says Mo Airy Brown, a licensed marriage and family therapist. We are no longer marrying as young as our parents did. If that's the truth. You guys ready for this? The median age to get married for the first time in 2022 was 30.1 for men and 28.2 for women, according to U.S. Census Bureau estimates. In 1990, the median age was 26.1 for a man and 23.9 for a woman. Guys, look at the difference in what 20 some odd what so 1990 to 2010 2010, so in like 34 years. Look at the difference. Timmy Kramer, 2000, good to see you. He says best decision of my life was not getting married. Yeah, I can tell you that, guys. you know uh, uh you know if you can afford a divorce, get married.
Yes.
Straight up, man. If you can afford a divorce. So because couple household incomes of 200,000 or more, divorce just drops to about 25% or 30%. So unless you're making that bread and you can afford a divorce, I wouldn't recommend it. It says, this means that having your first romantic relationship might also happen later than in previous generations, Browns adds. This is good news for anyone who feels like they are the only ones who isn't partnered. Um, he says, thank you for helping men in society. I really appreciate that praise. Thank you so much. It says, why people might not be entering romantic relationships. This should be stunning, you guys. People are staying in school longer, are more keen on exploring. I'm sorry. I had, okay. People are staying in school longer, are more keen on exploring their LGBTQ identities, and are
That's crazy.
come on, man. Pearl Davis in the chat, in the house. Pearl is my favorite red pill person in my chat. What a compliment. Thank you so much. Everyone say hi to the Pearl Davis of Just Pearly Things in the chat.
Nah,
Let's go.
that can't be the real Pearl. That
Yes, yes, it is. um, uh, Pearl, put put any thoughts about what you think about women being perpetually single in the chat if you'd like. If you want to come to the panel, I would really appreciate that too. But let's move forward, guys. It just said people are staying in school longer or are more keen on exploring their LGBTQ identities as a reason to not get married. What is going on?
wow.
Brown says, huh? Go ahead.
People are really getting freaky, especially in college.
Yeah, man. you know, so AJ from AJ's Rants and Raves, he did a compilation of what he calls eggplant widows of these lesbians who tell you to be weary of bisexual women because bisexual women will fool around with um with lesbians, but they'll in college or in their 20s, and then they will marry and have kids with and partner with their whole lives with a man.
Yes, that's true.
Yep. Yeah. So it says that doesn't mean self-doubt once relationship status evaporated over time. I definitely judge myself the most, Finina says, though she senses other judges judge her too. That's part of why she remains open. I want to be the one that talks about it so I can make the joke first before someone else can, she said. All this cope. Seeking professional help might be beneficial if fear of romantic relationships is the reason why someone finds that they are remaining single. If someone is worried and finds social interactions awkward or uncomfortable, there are coaches and therapists who can help employ exercises, says another licensed marriage and family therapist. If the difficulty is related to unresolved trauma, then again, therapy it can be a good tool. All right. So you guys ready for this? Pay close attention. What to do if you've never been in a serious relationship. Here comes all the cope. You guys ready? Let's go. Remember, it's not just you. Many people have not had their first long-term romantic relationships, and it's okay to not partner until you are ready, Brown says. Take time to get to know yourself. Self-exploration can assist you in defining what feels best for you so you can identify when you've made a solid match in your partner. Figure out what you want. Is a relationship something you actually desire or something you think you should desire? I think it's natural for humans to want to partner, and all these women who say that they want to be single are fighting biology. They're fighting the
Yes.
natural way of being, and they're going to fight it until it's too late.
Yeah, when they eventually get baby rabies, usually.
Yep, exactly. And then, come on, baby rabies, perpetually single. What does it mean?
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
And sad part about it is, guys, on my channel, what do I always say? The, who are the most selfish women in the United States? Single mothers by choice.
Yes. They don't really care about the kid. They only care about having the kid.
Yep. The worst women in society are these ones who 35, 37, 40, 43, clock's running out, and most of them find some loser who's loose with his seed to get pregnant by, and then spend the whole child's life saying that his daddy's a bum, or they do IVF or for fertility treatments and go it all by themselves.
True.
Those are the worst kind of women on the planet, in my opinion. It's awful. Okay. Prepare to be vulnerable. You might have to be ready to step out of your comfort zone and engage with others or apps in ways you have previously avoided to see what works for you. Stick to your boundaries. Stay true to what you want, Finina says. Don't change to fit into what you think someone else wants. There you go. Ladies, you have to fit and become the type of a woman that the man that you want wants. And if you're not willing to do that, you're going to be on TikTok complaining with all the rest of these women. It's better to be single, fully single, than to be in a situation that you're not giving you what you deserve. And the last part is avoid comparisons. You're never too fast. You're never too slow. Brown says, think of yourself as right on time for your life's epic adventure. Things will unfold for you, and it will be well worth the wait when you do. Garrett Grant in the house. Good to see you. Uh, what do you think about these, Pyro? Is it all cope?
Yes, all of it. All of it is it's the biggest cope I've ever seen so far.
All
And
cope.
this is just more pathetic but than incels. I mean I don't hate incels. I just feel sorry for them. But this I don't feel sorry for these women. These women
Yeah.
seem way more pathetic than incels.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree. Because I told you, a lot of these women, they are not unattractive. They're just not. But they're single. It's crazy.
Yeah,
So go ahead.
that's the joke. You can't be this pretty and don't have a man. You're not married, and then you're in America with where you can get like guys who are betas, and they look good, and they make money like how in America? Come on, man.
I agree. 100%. No sympathy on this corner. So Nicole Farina is back, and she's going to say how I feel about never having had a boyfriend. Let's go.
I've never had a boyfriend. I'm about to turn 27, and today I had a very interesting conversation about that topic, and I just have some things that I feel like I need to share. I also was making these videos about never having a boyfriend like a couple months ago, and I think I'm gonna bring it back because I still have a lot that I feel like I want to talk about. So today someone asked me like how I feel about never having had a boyfriend, and it really made me think about how I used to feel about it. And I literally like, when I think back to like my very early 20s and like teenage years, whatever, I felt like there was like a clock constantly ticking.
Because there is a clock constantly ticking. Women have to get their affairs in order before men.
Yes.
You can talk to the creator about that one. It wasn't men that created that. It was the Almighty, right, Pyro?
That's true because he doesn't want you to like in your 60s going around still smashing.
Oh no. Oh no. AJ's Rants and Raves in the house. Good to see you, my friend. If you want to come up, please do. Anyone that wants to come up and give their opinion on the subject, please hit the StreamYard link at the top. AJ, thank you for the donations. And why do these chicks talk so fast? I have no idea, man. A lot of people think that talking real fast makes them sound smarter. Let me tell you, it doesn't. It's it's the Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens thing. I'm just gonna talk really fast. It's like just stop it. It's so annoying. But like I
Don't
said,
forget Destiny.
oh yeah, Destiny too. He's number. Oh no, yeah, he's number one. He is number one. Once again, I want to thank this woman for not putting on makeup on her TikToks and not eating on her TikToks too, because too many women do both of those, and it is annoying as all get out.
Like I felt like I was on a time crunch that I just like needed to get a boyfriend, and I felt like there was just like a weight on my chest. Like I'm like, oh my god, like time's running out. Like I'm gonna be so old and not ever had a boyfriend. Like what's wrong with me? And now I think to how I feel about it now, and it is just like it is a crazy lesson of how much you can change of how you think about yourself. Because like in the past, when I was having that time in my life where I put having a relationship like on such a pedestal, like I like really didn't like myself. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like my body. I didn't like anything about myself really. I'm not gonna say I hated myself, but I definitely did not respect myself. I didn't know myself, all of that kind of stuff. And
Guys, what did she just say? What did she just say? Can anybody tell me? I didn't know myself. I didn't love myself. I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
like myself.
You need to know yourself by going around the carousel that often. Come on.
Yeah, she's talking about uh uh, uh casual relationships in the last one. So she's afraid to get in a serious relationship because she fears the unknown. But once again, she'll hop from Carlos X to AJ to Kenford to, to Pyro. Yeah,
She's gonna be passed around like a blunt.
you guys are crazy. Pyro. Let's get back into it.
And now I've done a lot of work over the years to really like fall in love with my personality and come into my own and love my body and love who I am and know what I can offer and all that kind of stuff. And now it's like, it's just not even like, it's just a thing about me, but it's like, it's one of the least important things about me. Now don't get it twisted. I still get a little anxious when I have to tell someone that I've ever been in a relationship. And by a little anxious, I mean very anxious, because I feel like it's still, there's like a stigma to it, you know, like when you start dating someone, you have to tell them whatever. It is kind of weird, but I am a lot more confident in it. And I think that that's a lesson that I have grown so much more confident in this. And I think if you're struggling with the fact you've never had a boyfriend, never been in a relationship, work on your confidence, work on loving yourself, because it all starts within you. And I know.
Guys, well, first off, Grant, thank you for the $5. I'm gonna say it again. Guys, what did she just say?
I talk about loving herself.
It all starts with you and yourself and loving yourself and the confidence in yourself. What? Yeah, exactly. This is why TikTok, I said it before. Baby boomers will say that Gen X were lazy and don't want to work and stuff. Well, because each generation says pretty much bad things about the generation after it. Gen
Yes.
X said millennials were bad. But millennials, Gen X, baby boomers have all the right to talk about Gen Z. You want to know why? Social media.
Yes. We expose ourselves.
Yep, exactly, man. Like the um the um the the Gen Z was the first group where they had iPads in their cribs. And they've had iPads all through. Now, not all Gen Z. but most of the ones doing this are Gen Z. And the only thing sadder would be like, I'm considered, the up end, the upward end of a millennial or like bottom end of Gen X would be a person my age doing this. Could you imagine if she was like 43 or 45 doing this? Actually, that's where she's headed.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. 8-bit
There
Dragon
has to
install. Good to see. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
there has to be like videos like that, but you're gonna have to search hard for that.
No, you won't. No, you won't, man. There won't be as many, but there will be some. I guarantee you. You just have to type in the right search parameters. It's you're not gonna have to dig that much. You're not gonna have to be Sherlock Holmes to find that. You know what I'm saying? So,
True.
8-bit Dragon install says everything about her sounds unimportant. 100% true. See them says not sure what she's saying. It looks like she has an underbite. She's down to a 3. Savage. Just a bunch of babbling. Carlos X in the house. Good to see you, my friend. AJ, another $2. She says this chick is talking like she has the herp derp. You guys are savages, man. 8-bit Dragon says salute to you. I'll salute to you too. Matt Demo says some gobbledygook. Yep. 8-bit Dragon says yep. Or millennial women doing the same thing. Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, she's probably going to be out here 35 years old. And the only difference between 27-year-old her and 40-year-old her is what, Pyro?
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single
Singlehood.
mom. Now you're a single mom.
Bro, you know it's coming, man. You know it's coming.
It is true, especially
Yeah.
these single moms by choice that I see on news on television. Like I was saying, like, come on, it's on television now. How Americans are just upset accepting this now? The single mom thing. It's not gonna work out good.
Yeah. It's because yeah, it's because modern women are selfish. Modern women are selfish. Yep. AJ said it the best. She's letting Chad hit now after 35. It's all nug nug. 100%. 100% true. So let's get to the rest of this.
It's like so much easier said than done, but I think that like, and it's not going to happen overnight, but I think that is the case, because clearly like relationship status wise, there's no really difference between me right now and me when I was 19. Like, yes, I've dated a lot of people in between those times, but I've still never been in a relationship. It's the only difference is the person that I've grown into. So yeah, it just really got me thinking. And sometimes I'm really hard on myself, and I have bad days, and I think that like I'm like not doing enough to become a good person. I don't know, but then I think back of just how much I have grown and changed over the years. And it's kind of like, wow, you're doing okay. Stay tuned for more of this kind of dating talk, because I feel like my conversation today really like unlocked the floodgates, and I feel like the content is going to be coming very, very soon.
Oh, geez, Lord. I bet it will. I bet it will. So exactly. Garrett put, in other words, and then put train emojis. 100% true. So let's go to another case here. Steve M, thank you for the super chat. But yes, social media is the downfall. You have a bunch of threes telling other threes they are 10s, then they actually start to believe it. That is 100% true, man. It's women. Okay, women used to just harpy in person. Women would get together and just be a bunch of harpies complaining and moaning. Now it's worldwide. You have women talking to women about everything and not talking to men. Women talk to women about what a real man is, what a real father is, what a man should do in a relationship, what he shouldn't do.
Yeah. That's like an echo chamber.
Yep. The biggest echo chamber there's ever been in history. So, and here, and okay, so let's check out this other woman.
It truly annoys me that anytime a man learns that I am 28 and I've never dated anyone exclusively, or that I've never had a boyfriend, that their first response to me each time always is, so like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, of course.
I know, right? Yeah. What is wrong with her? Hopefully she'll tell us because they always tell on themselves.
Like of course, like sometimes things are my fault. I'll take that, but my answer every single time is, for me personally, if I don't see the longevity in it, I don't see the point in you being my boyfriend. I'm not saying marry me tomorrow, but like if I can't see myself potentially marrying you, like if I can't see you as my husband, there's no point in making you my boyfriend. Like what are we working?
Okay. Go ahead. The cope. So, a couple of things. Is she a virgin?
Nope.
Does
Mm-mm,
she
mm-mm.
control if she's in a relationship?
Nope.
Is she gonna get down on one knee and propose to a man?
Nope.
Nope.
So what's she talking about? Yep, AJ said it the right way. Men control marriage, not women. 100% true. So he needs to see you as you being his wife, not the other way around. They always
With that,
tell, huh? Go ahead.
with that big, big ASS head. No one that she don't has a man.
Kenford says she comes from Brooklyn, New York. Dude, I bet it's true. And Pyro, it's called a five head, not a forehead. AJ said, they always tell on themselves, man. This attitude here, and then first off, the nose ring. That's a telltale sign right there. The nose ring. Second off, I mean, God, I gotta borrow AJ's race card because I mean, come on, you know that she's black. Look, Doug MPA is black. I can say it. She's a black chick with a nose ring. Enough said. No one can tell her nothing. You
Yes,
know it's true.
uncontrollable. Uncontrollable.
Yep. You know, she's a straight up hyena that'll make your life hell. I'll bet.
Are we working towards? Now we can enjoy each other's company. We can enjoy what we have right now. Like I'm always down to do that, but like a label for something that I don't see going anywhere is absolutely pointless to me.
So, so she'll let Chad, Tyrone, and Nug Nug smash, but relationships and labels,
Nope.
apparently not.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm.
And
Never.
and how old is she saying? She was 29, right?
29.
Yep.
One more year and she's 30.
Yep. One more year and
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
it's over. MGTOW Infinium in the house. Good to have you, my friend. His videos are fantastic. So if you haven't, if you guys can go over there and give him a stub, I'd really appreciate it. He always supports me, so I say go support him. Let me okay. So we're gonna get in some technical stuff here. So ride with me because this is from psychology to today. Now, psychology today is a bunch of liberal elite PhDs crapping all over men with constant misandry backed up by pseudo studies. But it's great to get content off of. So, every so often check psychology today to see what the PhDs are saying about men and men's issues. So, Dante's in front of purgatory. Good to see you, my friend. Okay, it says the truth about relationship versions. Never had a romantic relationship. Here's when that should be a source of pride. So you guys already know where this is going. Okay. It says in 2017, a story in The Guardian broke the internet. It was about a woman who managed to get to 54 without ever having a boyfriend. She was called a relationship virgin. The story was filled with anguish. The relationship virgin was distraught about her lack of romantic relationship experience and was struggling to figure out what was wrong with her. She was so ashamed she would not even use her real name. The guess is that there was nothing wrong with her. Only women can say this stuff, man. And guys, Just real quick. I have that article here. I was going to get to it later, but look at this. Let me give you guys a little bit of a preview of this, okay? So this is a woman. I'm a relationship virgin. I'm 54, never had a boyfriend. So she says, I'm not a virgin, sexually speaking, as I had sex, thank goodness. I did it a few times when I was in my early 20s. Pyro, listen, are you ready for this? Listen. I did it a few times when I was in my early 20s. I never imagined that the last time I shared a bed with someone, which was 31 years ago now,
Oh,
would prove to be the last time I ever experienced physical intimacy. God,
she haven't gotten laid that long. Not even
31 years, man.
not even incels last that long. Come on, man. That's way sad. That's
And listen. Had I known that, I would have tried to enjoy it more. Oh my God.
oh my god.
Oh, and you know what? I might put this towards the end, but she sounds like so sad and miserable, guys. I'm telling you, man. Like this whole thing is. I think I would have made a great girlfriend or wife. It's sad that no one ever gave me the chance. Anyway, let's get back to this one. 31 years, no sex, guys. 31 years. Holy
That's
crap.
crazy.
Yep.
That's
Man.
crazy.
Cobwebs, dust, mold, asbestos. Yeah. Oh no. Yep. Yeah, Carlos X says she was stuck on a abandoned space station. She might as well have. Ava Jack Insall says, "Bull, 31 years and no one don't believe it." You'd be surprised, man. You would be surprised. So it says, my guess is that there was nothing wrong with her. The problem, instead, is with the pervasive pressures to be romantically involved. The celebration of those who are romantically involved and the relentless stereotyping and stigmatizing of those who are not. I wrote about romantic relationships versions when the Guardian story was first published, but I want to revisit the matter because I have glimmers of hope that some of the sadness and shame around this matter is beginning to dissipate. Guess what? It's not. In some instances, people who have never had a romantic relationship are instead justifiably experiencing pride. Wait, is this a woman? Okay, yeah, it has to be. Has to be. Feeling bad about being in a romantic relationship. Feeling bad about being a romantic relationship version is understandable. I think some people really and truly want to have a romantic relationship, not just any romantic relationship, but a committed, enduring one. In their heart, that's central to who they are. They think they will feel happier and more fulfilled that way, that their life will be more meaningful. One of the many reasons why we should stop stigmatizing them is this: they are in enough pain already. I wonder whether, for some people who long to be coupled, uh, that feeling can seem. Wait, what? I wonder whether, for some people who long to be coupled, that feeling can seem like it's coming from within, that it is something about them as a person that they really want. When, here we go, guys, when oppressive social norms and expectations are more powerfully shaping their desires than they realize. That's important because they would feel less miserable if everyone around them, including our matrimonial popular culture, stopped being so unenlightened in their thinking and so judgmental. Guys, there is nothing you can see. Okay, relationship versions are just like fat people. Fat people don't want you to call them fat because it reminds them of the horrible conversations that they have in their head about their weight.
Yes.
Relationship versions are the same thing. They don't they already feel bad enough inside and have bad conversations about themselves and their esteem that they don't want to hear it from the outside too. But that doesn't mean that these people still have issues that if they get them resolved, that they can have what they want. It's just like fat people. You just got to lose weight. Relationship
Yeah.
versions, get out there, get
Stop
involved in it.
complaining and do more. They just complain. Just do more for just once.
Exactly. Exactly. What you're doing, guys, Doug MPA always says, and I use this in context. If if you want to leave a relationship, if you want to leave a job, the biggest question you should ask yourself, is this working? And the answer needs to be yes or no. If the answer is no, this isn't working, all the rest is easy. If this isn't working, well, then stop doing what you do right now and do something else. Find a different job. Break up with that horrible woman who's driving you nuts. If you're fat, ask yourself, is this working? If it's not, start moving.
Move on. Move on.
Yep. If you've never had a relationship, say Steve M says she bought a case of rechargeable D-size batteries, 31 years worth. Oh man. But yeah, man. Ask yourself, is this working? And if it's not, you gotta do something. So it's you feel that you are being judged for never ever had a romantic relationship, though may be real. Okay, this person. Okay, we found that in some ways the romantic relationship versions were evaluated harshly. For example, they were viewed as less happy, less well-adjusted, and lowlier than adults of the same age who did have a romantic relationship experience. Not all other perceptions were more negative, though. For example, adults who have never been in a romantic relationship were not seen as any more self-centered or envious than those who do have experience in romantic relationships. Okay, guys. So here's why the stigma may be subsiding. Just about every time the Census Bureau reports new data, results show that the number of single people in the U.S. is growing. In the U.S., nearly half of all people 18 or older are unmarried. The biggest group by far of people who are not married is people who wait. The biggest group by far of people who are not married is people who have never been married. The rise of single people is not specific to the US, it's a worldwide phenomenon. Even more stunning were the results of a Pew survey conducted just before the pandemic and published in 2020 showed that half of all solo single people do not want a romantic relationship or even a date. Guys, that is cap. That's cap.
We all know that's cap.
Yep. Guys, single women, they say, I will be single. No, I want to be single. I don't want kids. But they're leaving off the second part of the sentence. I don't want to have kids until I get a bachelor's degree. I don't want to have kids or a relationship until I have a master's degree. I don't want to have kids or a relationship until I buy a house. I don't want to have kids or a relationship until I've gone to Turks and Caicos in freaking Jamaica and freaking slept with freaking Enrique in in in, in
And
Madrid,
Trevor.
Spain. Yeah, and freaking Hans in Germany. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, or I don't want to have a family or a relationship until I bought that BMW that I want. There is going to be a time where these women will check everything off that list. And usually by that time, it is too late. They're 35 plus. So this is all cap. Women say that they don't want a relationship, a romantic relationship, as this false bravado or some sense of control. And it's all BS. All BS. Says, of course, plenty of people who are single have had romantic relationship experience, but the number who haven't ever had a romantic relationship is likely to be increasing alongside the number of people who stay single. When more and more people share a particular experience, it becomes increasingly impossible to insist that there's something wrong with all of them. What's more, the strength in numbers, sometimes they start to organize and fight back. Okay. From shame to pride. Let's do the last paragraph, then we can move on. Sometimes very significant something very significant has happened in the years since my colleagues and I started doing research on the stereotyping of people who have never had a romantic relationship. People who are not very interested in sex or romance or conventional coupling are discovering that they share those experiences with more people than they ever realized. They are understanding their asexuality or their aromanticism. Guys, where are they getting these terms from? I've
We
heard
all know
asexuality, but
college.
yeah, exactly. Yep. Asexuality or aromanticism? Guys, come on. Really? Or their status as single at heart as an orientation or identity. So now being single is identity now? Not just a casual preference and definitely not a deficit. They're creating their own forums, events, and collections of resources with regard to asexuality. I think it is fair to say that it has become a social movement. And this is a sad state of the West.
It is. People just don't know it yet. They're trying to
Yep.
cover it up.
Yep. Yep. Carlos said it. The latch onto anything, asexuality, everything. It's all copium, guys. There's a social infrastructure put in place for women to just navigate life with this foolishness in their heads. And then 35 comes and they smash into the wall. And then, I just so thank you. Who's this woman? Bella DePaulo, PhD. What is she? Is an expert on single people, is the author of Single at Heart and other books. All right. So this woman right here, another one, she's attractive.
Yeah.
Single for 21 years. Let's go.
People often ask me or are surprised when I tell them that I've never been in a relationship before. And they're like, why? Don't you want one? Like, I'm confused. It's been 21 years. Honestly, like, yeah, sure. But I don't want just some like simple everyday love. Now, let me explain.
Here we go, guys. She doesn't want that simple, everyday love. You guys ready? Let's see how she's gonna justify that.
I'm inside now. It's hot. Life is so freaking cool. And I want to live my life experiencing everything. I know in my soul that I am capable of anything I put my mind to. Honestly, nowadays, it's really rare to come across other people that feel the same way. I don't want some love where they just like tick all the boxes. I want like a deep soul connection.
These women, man. She wants a deep soul connection. Guys. This is another one of those where I could just say, hey guys, I could play this whole thing through and ask you guys what she said, and I guarantee you guys wouldn't be able to tell me a dang thing.
Where they have the same goals and excitement for life as I do. Where we get to like experience, travel the world, build multi-million-dollar businesses that inspire people together. I want someone that stimulates me emotionally, physically, and intellectually, not just text me good morning because they're supposed to. I have so much excitement and passion towards life and my goals and the things that I want to do that I want to equally feel that for another person.
Guys, what did she just say? Anybody? Bueller? And the sad
She's
part
saying
about it is,
a whole lot of nothing. She's
a
saying a
whole.
whole.
Go ahead.
She's technically saying nothing. Just talking out of her behind, because it seems like she said she never experienced real love before, so it shows.
And the thing about it is the average woman's salary in the United States is $35,000 a year. Now, is she gonna be the average person's salary? No, of course not. She's way too pretty for that. She can be an influencer. She can be, hey, she can do OF if she wanted to. She can do digital marketing and be good at it because she's attractive enough. But the problem is she's gonna have this type of attitude, and she's gonna have all this and still be single. And
Yes.
guys, I prescribe to the mindset. I don't know why why do these women want to go out and fight in the world of men, be competitive in corporate America, the public sector, fight and claw for everything they have, when if she finds a good man, that guy will give her the world.
Yes. But they don't really care about that. They want to be independent and stuff.
It's true.
They
So once
always want
again,
to fight the man they're with for some reason.
yep, I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. I agree with you, Pyro, 100%.
And honestly, if I don't, I am so fine with not being with someone. Because I know that the right person would only add to my life and add to my passions so that we can grow together and help push each other to experience even more things. I don't just want to like chill at home and take naps. I want to experience the world and everything that comes with being a part of the human experience.
Guys. I want to stay at home and take naps, but then I want to experience the world too. Guys, what do you say to this? What do you say?
That sounds idiotic. You have to choose one. Probably when you're older, or when you have kids already, when you have to go through life, then you can already do that.
Yep. She is hashtag single life, hashtag bougie hippie, hashtag passion, hashtag big love, hashtag human experience. Once again, she's just on her way, like what? And women like this who aren't married, it's kind of a waste of pretty, man. It really is. It's a waste of
True.
pretty, because she could have the kind. If she were to adjust her attitude, she could have the kind of guy that every woman wants. But
Yeah.
that guy is going to want her to get on his program, not the other way around. Let's go to one more here, and then we'll get into the 54-year-old relationship version.
Hi, my name is Naomi. I'm 31 years old and I have never had a boyfriend or been in a relationship, been in a situationship, had a talking phase. I don't even remember the last time I had a crush, to be honest. And for the
Jesus Christ, you guys. I don't even remember the last time I had a crush. Oh, yeah. Amy Lifesavers. Interesting take. She says, feminism started by old white men as a psyop. Interesting take. Carlos says, she wants all those holes. She wants all those holes and squeeze points filled. MGTOW Infinity. Well, just from the mind vomit coming out of her mouth, I'm fully convinced she's a twit. 100%, man. 100%. And then 8-Bit Dragon. So hopefully she keeps that same energy 10 years down the road, bro. You know what's going to be 10 years down the road?
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
That's what's going to be 10 years from now. But yeah, let's go.
For the longest time, this was a fact that I was so ashamed of. Like, I remember playing drinking games with my friends and we'd have to go around and say, like, whoever was in a relationship the longest has to drink.
AJ said the best. Why do these women talk so fast? Why do they talk so fast? And 8-Bit Dragon install. Oh no, man. Is she a virgin?
Nope.
Has she slept? She's definitely slept with a couple of Chads, a couple of Tyrones, and a couple of Nug Nugs. Come on, man. Look, if a woman's decently attractive and she's been to college, just assume she has bodies, guys. Come on. A relationship version, yes. A virgin version, heck no, no way.
Nope.
No, she's getting meat somewhere.
Oh no. Let's go.
And everyone would say how long they were in a relationship for, and I would lie and say like 3 months, 6 months, whatever it took. So I did not have to admit that I have never been in a relationship before. But honestly, it's thanks to TikTok and other sweet, beautiful souls who have shared that they also have never been in a relationship that has made me feel so seen, which is why as I'm about to enter the space of dating for the first time at 31, so talk about a late bloomer, I want to take you guys along.
Yeah, yep. She did say 31, Zan 7. She said 31 years old.
You're really old.
31. She's getting her meat from a grocery outlet. Oh no. And she looks what? She looks Indian, doesn't she?
She does.
She had you could tell by her hair. She has the kind of hair that she has to watch out for because some random black chick from the hood might cut her hair off and steal it. I'm so messed up, dude. I'm telling you, man. There are places in India where like having long hair is a luxury because if you're an Indian woman with long hair, guys will freaking grab you and cut your hair off and sell it. No joke, guys.
That's crazy.
Hair hair is worth more than gold. Isn't that sad?
Yes. Very
Hair
sad.
pieces are worth more than precious metals. How sad is that? Let's go.
And you can literally
Um,
find here find here because here is everywhere and then you immediately grow it back. I don't know how's that more precious.
Wait. Say it again.
I mean, you can literally grow the hair back. I don't know how is that more precious,
No,
or is
it's
it because
because
of culture? Is
no,
it the
it's
culture?
because no. Most hair weave that black women use is Indian hair.
Yeah.
So what happens is Indian women they grow their hair out and they either sell their hair or they give their a lot of religious places say, hey, donate your hair as an offering and they'll sell the hair. But hair and Indian women, their hair is made into bundles that that women can make weave out of.
Oh,
I'm literally talking as a commodity, bro. As a commodity. Hair,
that's crazy.
yeah,
That's
hair is
crazy.
worth so much money, guys. I'm dead serious. Look it up. There's a reason why the hair industry is like a $6 billion industry, and a
And
lot
we
of it comes from India.
uh, and I can guess who we can thank for that.
Say again.
We can guess who we can thank for that.
B Dubs, man.
Of course,
Of
especially
course.
about Jamaica. Jamaican B dubs are the exact same. They buy weave too.
Yeah, man. It's awful, and it's just like yeah, but most of the hair comes from India, and then I think Brazil is second. I think, but yeah, India's up there.
The journey. And I also created this brand new account, Naomi's Dating Diaries, because I am actually a full-time content creator who shares all aspects of my life on my
Of course she is. They all are, guys. She's a full-time content creator, 31 years old, never had a serious relationship. Any takers, guys? Any takers? In the chat.
Uh-uh.
Guys, put in the chat. Let's say you were to meet some chick, you know, you know, at let's say at Barnes and Noble at the bookstore. You're looking in the in the sci-fi section, and it's right next to like the freaking romance section or something. And you just see this girl, and you say, "Hey, how's it going?" And she say, "Oh, hey," and you say, "Hey, I'd like to take you out on a date." And she says, "Yeah, sure." So you take her out on a date, at the Cheesecake Factory, and she tells you that she's 31, never had a serious relationship, and she's a full-time content creator. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna take her serious. From the
You
start
already
of
know.
that, I'm not gonna take her serious.
Yep. There's no reason, guys. It's a big
Nope.
yeah. This whole content creation thing digital marketing and content creation is just so it's like so many women are latching onto this thing and just wasting their time. Only 1%, I think it's 2 or 1% of content creators make enough money to live a decent life. You know what? How about this? Let's look. How much does the average content creator make? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. It says, as of March 2024, the average salary for a content creator in the United States was $116,000 a year. Man. Okay. Okay. Wait, hold on. It says, okay. Okay. On Glassdoor.com, let's talk numbers. With the right audience and engagement, content creators can rake in thousands of dollars, sometimes even more. Diving into the specifics, Glassdoor puts the average annual income for content creators in the good old USA at around $49,000 to $79,000 a year. That's it.
I mean, that's pretty all right. To tell you the truth.
But what's one of the biggest problems with women content creators? They can't keep their mouths shut. Do you want to be her content? Do you, Pyro? I know I don't.
No, not even not even for a second.
Yep.
I don't even want to be showed in it.
Yep. I'm telling you, in fact, she said that her channel's called Naomi's Dating Diaries. So even when you're getting to meet this girl and know this girl, she's gonna tell all your business. And odds are she gonna want you to get in front of this camera. So this is my
Yeah.
boyfriend Pyro. Say hi, Pyro. Pyro's like, what? What?
You're gonna say B, you better cut that out.
I know. Pyro's like, can you edit that out, please? Pyro's hoodies up over his face with the hat on top of his hoodie.
Yes.
Ah. Pyro has a Michael Myers mask on from Halloween. Oh man. Anyway, yeah. Because guys, I always say it. One of the biggest problems with 304s nowadays is they can't keep their mouth shut. Brittany Renner, all these women, Shaq's wife, Shaq's freaking ex-wife, all these women have to write these tell-all books. Jada Pinkett Smith. It's not the fact that they're 304s. That's bad. But it's the fact that they have to share all their business like anyone cares.
Yeah, that's not our business. Like, we didn't want to hear that.
100%, man. They will sell you out for a freaking dollar because everything to them is content, even you.
Yeah.
Yep.
My other account with 500,000 people. I mean, that's the number, but the algorithm is not really showing it to that many people. Anyways, but when I'm dating, I don't want guys to Google my name and then see all of my stories like pop up under my name. So we're keeping this a little bit anonymous, as the algorithm will let me be at least. I'm a Christian and my faith plays a big role in my entire life, how I live my life.
Wait a minute. She's a Christian. That's a major role in every part of her life, but she's 31 years old and she's never had a relationship. Guys, the math ain't mathing on that one, is it?
Yeah, it's not making any sense here.
And that's the saddest thing. Like regular women who are especially single, but Christian women, they literally have an instruction book on what to do. You have a book called the Bible that tells you exactly what you're supposed to do to achieve a relationship and a marriage. How does this go so wrong for these women? How?
Yeah, their fault, 100%.
I'm a Christian and it's heavily involved in everything I do. Come on, get out of here.
Nope.
Are you living by biblical principles?
Nope.
Is she involved in a church? Probably.
Nope.
Is her pastor helping her find a religious man?
Nope.
Come on, man.
Religious man for her? Hell no.
Yep, exactly.
what I'm going to be looking for in a future partner. And it's also what I attribute.
And she said the word partner. I hate that, man. Women that say partner, run far away. Run. You don't want to be someone's partner, guys. You want to be someone's boyfriend, fiance, and husband. A woman starts talking to a partner, ask her what she means by that. And most of the time, they won't have a real answer for it. Because, guy, okay, Pyro, when someone says the term, when a woman says partner, what does that mean to you?
That sounds GAY. It's probably not gonna sound GAY, but it's gonna sound like you know when you have a working teammate, your
A
colleagues,
business partner. Yes, a business
yes,
partner.
like you're
Yep.
doing business, nothing serious, just business.
Yep, I agree. If anyone else wants to come up to join the panel, the link is pinned to the top. I will drop it again here. I think. Hold on. So yeah, so come and join the conversation here. So MGTOW, Infinitium, Garrett Grant, AP Dragon Install, Kenford, AB Lifesavers, the Com Gadgets, Zayn7, Carlos X. Anyone else wants to come up to join the chat? I would love to hear your opinion. And yeah, let's keep going.
To why I haven't been in a relationship my entire life. I truly feel like God has protected me and kept me hidden in a way until
she just keeps going on this Christian thing. God has protected you. So that's why you're 31 and
That's it, man. Game over,
That's the
man.
biggest
Game
curse.
over.
Come on, man.
the time is right. And my 20s were spent traveling, making so many friends, diving into communities, and building my dream career. And every
Of course it was, you guys. You knew that was coming. I was focused on school, focused on my career, community, friends. Women save everyone but themselves, you guys, especially in the Black community. Remember, Doug and P is Black. We have too many of our women who want to save everyone but themselves. They get degrees in social work, sociology, get these freaking jobs where they have these caseloads of these people that they keep trying to save, or they get wrapped up in their sororities and all this crap and their personal life, or they become counselors and therapists and marriage family counselors, and they're trying to help everyone achieve what they're never gonna get. I was in my 20s traveling and getting involved in communities. You knew that was coming. You knew it. They always tell on themselves. Always. Yep.
It seems like I just always notice it. It also like why do everybody love their careers for some reason more than anything else?
Guys, I always say on my channel, women coming into the workforce hasn't been a bad thing, but they've introduced this mindset where I have to be happy at work. I need to be fulfilled. Most guys do not enter the workforce expecting to be happy at work. We just want a situation that gives us the financial means to support ourselves and a family if we so choose to have one. You think the guys in the sewers, the guys on the roofs, our military men, our first responders, carpenters like their jobs? No. But women have to like their jobs, feel fulfilled somehow. Most men, the most fulfillment they're going to get is providing for themselves and their family and their kids, and that's it. Everything else is just a means to an end. So let's see what else is going on with this lady.
every time I feel lonely or upset about not having had a relationship in like high school or college, I'm
Carlos X in the house. Good to see you, my friend. And just real quick, Ken, it says that your device is not connected, so you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to drop you out, and you're gonna have to come back in. Okay? So I'm gonna drop you out. because it says that your device is not connected. So let me drop you out, and then you can come back in. Carlos, what do you think of this?
Hey, hi, Doug. Can you hear me?
Yep. How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you. Yo, Pyro.
Yo, what's good? What's good, Carlos X?
I think she's a textbook example of just women messing up on on all the fronts. Traveling in your 20s, somehow a Christian now, never been in a relationship, just all these horrible red flags. She, there's no one to counsel her. What is going on with this lady?
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Carlos, she has God, don't you know?
He's been sheltering her from reality.
Yep, yep. And protecting her from common sense. And I'm telling you, all these women are going to end up single mothers, dude. All of them, man. Every single one of them. And
For sure.
I wonder, because she said that she has 500,000 followers on her first TikTok, and she started this one, and because a lot of these women have children and don't even show their kids.
She
The
doesn't
Mig,
strike me as that, at least not yet.
the
She might have a
MGTOW
buzzer beater.
Infinium. Oh yeah, of course. The MGTOW Infinium in the house. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing great, Doug and PA. I just want to commend you on your work. I've been following you for quite some time, and your work is great, man. You know, keep on keeping on.
I really, really, really appreciate that. Give me your opinion on this perpetually single women femcel thing.
Um, it's a number of angles, and it's to me, it's a type of shooting themselves in the foot, which is going to be perpetual, going forward. And basically, what it is that instead of, or I'll put it this way, we men try to deal with women, particularly before Me Too and all that got started, and we were trying to
Say
tell them
say
to.
say M2 or anything but those two words together.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Say you could even say M2 or
MP.
any yeah, anything but those
Okay.
two words
Yeah,
together.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I have to remember, when what we're being censored. But
And just one last thing. Hold on real quick. Ken, you are in the studio, but it says that your device is not connected. This will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them. So you have to connect your device. I'm gonna kick you from. Okay, there you are. So just 1 second, guys. Uh-oh. Ken, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Is this Ken for Julian?
Yes, sir.
My friend. What a blast from the past. From the bottomless pit, Brooklyn, New York. Hey, I'm gonna get your opinion after the MGTOW. Okay, I'm gonna give the MGTOW opinions some time, and then the Carlos X. I want to hear his opinion, and then you. Okay, so MGTOW opinion. Go ahead.
okay, so I'm gonna talk in secret talk, I would say. So before the problem got started, which we men tried to tell our female counterparts not to do, and they did not listen, and the problem became worse for us, and everything. We became, kind of, I would say, thrown under the bus because of the problem. You know what I mean? And we men warned our female counterparts that if you allow this problem to continue, we are going to walk away from you. And
Yep.
so that's what's happening right now. And see, women right now, they cannot deal with the aspect of we men walking away from them. And they feel that we should, even though these problems are here, because like, for instance, like, did you hear, there was a guy, I can't remember where he was, but he was in a parking lot. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. But he was doing something in a parking lot of this female person's former job. She felt that he was creepy. And so
Oh
she,
yeah, and she did false accusations
yeah,
against him. Yeah, I
yeah,
saw that story.
yeah. And so they threw this guy into jail.
31
$1 million,
days.
yeah, 31 days, $1 million bond. And see what happened to him was the police, they have this license plate scanner technology. They used that upon him to not seek his innocence, but to ramrod him into jail. And
Yep.
so what happened to him, they used technology upon him to do a woman is always right type of thing on him. And he was put into jail 31 days, $1 million bond. And so this stuff is happening. This can happen to you and I. You could be driving down the street, a license plate reader sees your tags, and they say, well, you're driving this particular car. What happened to this guy? He was driving a particular truck, because this pixie had seen him and her in the parking lot of her former job, decided that he didn't look right. She didn't like the way he looked. And he was thrown into jail because of this stuff, because of license plate reader technology, because of a false accusation. And so you have a situation now, like it's like Minority Report, where you have men who are being persecuted in a way, and they're automatically guilty, no
Yep.
matter what, and they're ramrodded into jail, And see, on the other side, she gets arrested. They find out that she's lying and everything. She gets arrested, but there's no mention of any bail. There's no
Yeah.
mention of what type of bail, if she got bail at all. And so what I'm saying is that we men have been telling women to stop this stuff, but yet it has been getting worse and worse and worse. And so it's given us no alternative but to walk away. And
Yeah.
see, now they're in a
Let me
condition where,
just let me
go ahead.
stop you real quick. So, because I said this earlier in the stream. If you're a single woman, ladies, no man's gonna stop you. A man needs to prove to me that I don't need to be single anymore. With cases like what MGTOW and Finina is talking about, men ain't trying to break down no walls. We ain't trying to do any of that. Let me move onto Carlos X. Carlos, give me your general thoughts about this perpetual single women thing.
Well, that's a good question. I'd say just they're not seeing the forest for the trees, sort of thing. It's just, it's very simple. You think, be fit, feminine, friendly. Find a man when you're young and fertile. Doesn't work out, find another one. Until you get it. And they could be good enough. They don't have to be perfect. That person does not exist.
Yep.
It's just gotten to an absurd level now where this lady is like one of millions of them, just doing the wrong thing over and over and over, expecting different results.
Yep. I agree. Kenford Julian, what do you think about this women who are perpetually single relationship version femcell thing?
It's really funny, Doug. It's really funny. You get that a lot in New York. You get that a lot in New York here. But actually, before I give my take, I want to hear the 54 chick, the one where you were reading about 54.
Oh yeah, it's good, man. It's long, but it's good because this woman sounds like once. Okay, because what happens is, okay, that one girl who was 21 years single, and this girl right here, we're gonna read through that 54-year-old story, and we'll see exactly where they're gonna be when all the cope is gone. I'm telling you guys, it's rough. you could tell this woman was crying over the keyboard as she was typing this story, man. It's rough, right? Jesus. All right, let me get back to this.
It's
To
pretty
Miss,
funny.
to Miss. I'm a any any Christians on the panel here?
I am, and I'd just like to say one thing. There is a trend called the kingdom spouse. It's like a fad that's going around, and what these women are, what these females are doing, are saying that God selected them, especially as a kingdom spouse, and and they're going after men with this stuff. And I'll just say to men, watch out for this stuff, because they'll come after you with this type of it's bogus. Basically all they're doing is hiding behind Christianity. But
Yep.
um
Christian feminism, my friend.
yeah.
Christian
Oh yeah.
feminism.
Yeah, it's very, very bad. I wouldn't even go to the church right now. But what they're doing is this kingdom spouse. God selected me. I'm specially selected by God, to be a kingdom spouse, and that's trying to give them some kind of certification in terms of being a good wife, and that's not true. So that's something you all have to you all need to kind of watch out for, because it's very real. It's very bad.
Okay, hold on real quick. 8-bit dragon install. 8-bit dragon install. Go ahead and try again. I saw someone at the bottom, but I think you fell out. So go ahead and get in the studio again. I'll add you, okay? Yeah, it was like off to the bottom left in this whole thing here. But yeah. I like having Christian men's input on women like this lady, because I said before, she has a manual.
Yeah.
She has a manual that tells her everything that she's supposed to do.
Yeah, but she's not following that manual. And see, what they're trying to do overall is trying to corrupt the faith, so to speak. So they're trying to supplant feminism with Christianity, and what that's doing is, first of all, they're trying to take away who God is. God is a male, and they're trying to take that away. They're trying to take all of the standards and protocols away, where basically debauchery can come into the church, and you can live in a realm of debauchery. When in fact, if you look in the Bible, God is very clear. It's very clearly stated that God will not have anything to do with this type of thing.
Do you
And
regularly attend church?
I don't go to church right now because it is a church.
A feminist wasteland?
Yes, exactly.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah.
Well, I'll put it this way. Let's say you get married and you're attending a church and everything. Your wife, you find out your kids that you've been raising are not yours. So she committed paternity fraud and did these things to you. So you've been raising these kids. So you run to the pastor, and what do you think the pastor's going to tell you? Is he going to tell you your wife needs to be dealt with and she needs to go to jail, or is he going to tell you need to forgive her and you need to suck up and
Oh,
shut
come
up?
on, man. Are you serious? That's happened?
Yeah, that will happen.
Get
That
the
will happen.
fuck out of here.
You
No way, bro.
you go to church.
Even though
That's
can't
what's going to
believe
happen.
this.
So again, they're if you look around, there are men, if they go to the pastors because of the feminism, because of the woman, I'll say, because of what has happened in the church, they will be told to, under a condition like that, to suck up and shut up, because if that happened to me,
Someone has a bunch of noise in the background. Who's that?
if somebody's getting some feedback from
Yeah, let me okay, there we go. Go ahead.
but if that happened to me, my deal would be to walk away. And I
If I
would go ahead.
Finina, if I had if there was a man in my church who was married and his wife came to me and said, "I'm pregnant with another man's child," you know what I would say? I'd say,
You let him hit it raw.
Oh yeah.
Single mom.
and I tell them,
That is so dope, man.
dude,
But
he's like the Saiyan level supervillain
yeah,
of the. He's like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z and
oh
freaking
yeah,
Saiyan level 3,
yeah,
man. Like it just, us guys, we're literally like with this drizzle thing and
yeah,
that whole Brandon Jamal thing. It's just
yeah,
like we've had it. It started
yeah.
with using
It
YouTube.
needs to happen, man. That
Yeah.
that needs to happen. But
Yep. I
you
love
know,
it.
just briefly getting back to what I was saying, men are being told to suck up and shut up to all of this stuff that's going on, and it's being done in the church. They're not getting the help in the church that they need. So, like, you have these terrible conditions going on, and they are being basically destroyed by what should be helping them, and that is, in my opinion, when you become a Christian, you should be able to have the ability to go to God and get help from God. And see, this is preventing those men who are Christian from getting help from God, because it will cause a type of issue, because they'll get angry with God. It's like,
Yep.
why
Resentment.
at me? Why'd you do this to me? And see, they're not seeing the justice portion of that, and so that's what I'm saying. It is. I wouldn't go to church right now. I just would not. I would
Okay.
just get a Bible, get a cup of coffee, and just pray and ask God to help me. That's the way I am. Because
Okay.
it is that bad. It is that bad, and it's sad,
Okay.
because you should think of the church as a place to go for help and to get fairness and justice, but you're not going to get it as a man. And that's just
In
because of
in
what.
2024, right?
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me stop you because we have 8-Bit Dragon install. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, 8-Bit Dragon install. Are you there? He's here, but he's not there. Hello? All right. Well, I'm gonna keep going with the video so we can finish this off and see how much more she talks about
We need the
God,
emulator for him.
the God that's purposefully kept her single. So let's get into this.
I'm a hopeless romantic, so I always wanted to experience what I see in the movies, but I'll write down a list of
Oh,
everything.
Hollywood.
Exactly.
Oh, Hollywood.
All right.
my God.
1 year, 5 years, whatever it takes, and recognize and realize and see, like, oh wow, I probably wouldn't have done half of those things if I was in a relationship. I also would have given up a lot of my morals and values, and even lost my identity and self in another person because I was just so insecure. I still am very insecure, and one thing I learned recently is that you can have trauma from things that didn't happen. So while
Wait, what?
What?
It didn't happen, she said. You get trauma from things what didn't happen.
You guys.
Collateral trauma.
I know. Collateral trauma. Good one, Carlos. Yikes.
I do feel like God has protected me from heartbreak and emotional baggage and all those things. There are wounds that come from having never been pursued and having never been asked out. And it's something I'm dealing with my therapist about. I'll also share more about it with you guys eventually. But yeah, we're working through it. I do feel like this is the time. I've
Red
interviewed
flag upon red flag.
What's that?
Just red flag upon red flag. Talk with my therapist about these traumas that didn't actually happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's another problem with this whole TikTok's social media infrastructure. Women can the best example of this is like all the different kinds of ABUSE, right? Financial, emotional. What was the other one I heard the other day? There's mental ABUSE, financial, emotional, financial, mental, wait, there was one, it was crazy. It was
Spiritual?
yeah, it was like spiritual. Like ABUSC.
I
I
was
was like, you
kidding.
have got to be kidding me. What? It's just like women keep finding ways to turn things into trauma or
Yeah.
into
Yes.
ABUSC. It's just like
Drama.
it's like,
Yep.
oh, she told her truth. I can relate to that. Like, look at your life. How can you relate to anything of what that woman is saying?
Yep.
I don't understand it, guys. I really don't.
A city I felt called to since I was 17. And again, as a hopeless romantic, I was really kind of imagining. I feel like this is the time. I'm in a new city, my dream city, a city I felt called to since I was 17. And again, as a hopeless romantic, I was really kind of imagining the perfect guy would just catch my eye. He'd come across the room to me and be like, "You're the one I've been waiting for." Whatever happened.
There you have it. Cinderella again.
They always tell on themselves. Always. I'm gonna say this a couple more times in the street. First off, look at this. Look where I stopped it. Look at her face. It tells you everything you need to know. But one, no, these women expect some guy to like prove to them that they need to drop everything that they have. Show me I shouldn't be single anymore. Prove to me. Look, most of us guys on this planet are either successful, competitive, educated men or on our way. We don't have to prove nothing to these women. Nothing at all.
The other thing I hate with these women is the incoherent babbling, man. I tell you.
This goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
But you know what? Usually it's babble, 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 tell on myself.
Yep.
Babble, 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 tell on myself more. Babble, babble, babble. That's how it is.
Imagine sitting across from her at like a coffee shop trying to get to know her.
Oh yeah.
With that,
I would be thinking about eating nerds because of that sweatshirt.
With that coffee cup and that shirt.
Makes me think of nerds.
It's true. Oh my god. Yeah, it's grape on one side and strawberry on the
other. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Cut that date short and hit the Dollar Tree.
Here it is, right here. Look at that. Oh man, Carlos, man, you are so perceptive, my friend. Look at this. This is great. Look at that. Man, what's funny about it is, I think.
Oh man. Wow.
I think she's probably in like LA or something. And guys, I guarantee you this costs a lot of money. I guarantee this looks like this probably look. She could have bought a box of nerds for $199, but I guarantee she paid $199 for this shirt. Look at that, man. That's great.
And she has no idea.
Yep.
No self-awareness whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
With the reality for my friends and the books that I've been reading, I'm realizing that not only is that not realistic, it's actually not biblical in all other aspects of my life, whether it's my career or my friendships. I've actually had to put myself out there and be intentional with finding new friends and going after my dream career. So why did I think that in this area of my life that I just sit back and this guy would ride by on a majestic horse and
there it is again.
There it is again, you guys.
Cinderella.
Yep.
When they have terms like not biblical or biblical and everything, these pixies don't even read the Bible. They don't read the Bible. They don't know what's in the Bible. So,
and like St. Kevin Samuel said, he said, I used to love when he would get in debates with these Christian feminist women. He's like, look, you choose to give your life to Christ. You choose that. Okay. So you choose to live by the principles. If you don't want to live by the principles, if you're going to be 31 and looking like a pack of nerds being single, like, why are you proclaiming, and you're not living by the rules, why are you proclaiming to be a Christian? Why?
Yeah, that's what exactly.
Crazy. Let's finish this off real quick.
his princess. I don't know. I'm excited to take you guys along on this journey and appreciate you for following along. Let's see how this real life bachelorette situation goes. Will I be married by the end of this year? I'm kidding. Well, unless.
Guys, all the men in her life are going to be as content.
Yep.
Any takers? You want to be on the next episode
No, with that
of Naomi's dating diaries? So let's look at some of this. This is one of those columns where this 29-year-old writes into this Ask a Therapist, and let's see what she has to say about being 29 and never dated, and what kind of advice this Sabdi O'Sullivan has to say. Okay, she says, okay, ever wonder what you say to a therapist? Okay, so this is, we have Dr. Sherry Jacobson, a retired psychotherapist with over 17 years of experience. Okay, question. I have never been in a relationship before and never dated, even in high school. Some of my friends, cousins, and my sister are married, and I feel like I want that moment too, but they tell me that being married is a commitment. They think I will never commit and want me to stay single. I have moments where I know I don't want to be single forever. Sadly, I am almost 30 and fear that Mr. Right will never come. I'm sorry, guys. My biggest turnover would be someone who has really bad body odor. What the heck? What?
Oh my God. Oh man.
Has a bad temper. What can I do to not fear the worst? That has really bad and guys, let's humor her real quick. There's a hyperlink under bad body odor. Where does this go? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, be honest. Do I smell?
What is that?
Oh, I'm gonna have so. I'll have to look into this. I don't want to cover this now, but be honest. Do I smell? Is this person in to ask if they actually smell? Anyway, let's go. Let's go back to this.
This is so crazy.
God. And guys, hey, don't lie. All of us have been there with a woman who, let's say, she didn't keep up on her feminine, area, and you smell it. And come on, you mofos just dove in there. And anyway, don't say you didn't. Come on. We've all done it. Now, hopefully you wrapped it up with a vibranium condom. But come on, man. You guys have all dove in when it smelled like phosphorus. When it all smelled like, freaking who knows? But
I definitely opened the window and gave it a shot.
Open the window, turn the ceiling fan on.
She had a dog in the room too. It was really weird.
Are you serious?
No.
I remember one time I went to this girl's house and she had a black lab, and she would. What is with these women letting their dogs sleep in their bed, guys? What is that about? Because her dog would always sleep in the bed, and we were in the middle of it, right? And her dog, she's like, "Oh yeah, like stay in your bed." And her dog was the whole time because it wanted to jump up on the bed. Cannot be serious. And so we ended up getting done. And I slept over, but the dog slept at our feet. I was like, bro, come on, man.
Oh, no way, man.
Yeah, it was awful. So
Dog, he didn't beat you?
Oh my goodness.
What's that?
Did the dog beat you?
No. He didn't bite me, thank you. It was a friendly dog, but it was just really needy and stuff.
He was a really dog.
Oh man.
Guys, real quick. 8-Bit Dragon Install, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
8-Bit Dragon Install, how you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing great, guys. Honestly, I'm doing great. See it shows way. It's definite. It's a definite upper for my day, man.
Well, I appreciate you watching your support for 45 seconds. Tell us what you think about the perpetually single relationship version thing.
It's like a living chat roulette in real life, except they're hiding behind Christianity, as you guys all said.
Yeah.
It's really not the type of thing I'd recommend it for anyone, especially if you're not really religious. Yeah, it shouldn't be a thing, and sadly enough, a lot of men that are naive to this are going to be caught in it. You know?
Yep. I agree. 100%. Well said. Well said. You don't have a bad temper, and you don't have a bad body odor, do you? Because this girl Maya.
What if we have one of the two? Is that a
Yeah, ape dragon insult. You know, if you don't have bad body odor and bad temperature, this girl Maya is just waiting for you, man.
Oh man, wow. I mean, it's like it's kind of just interesting because there's always a condition, and they never they never seem to want to come to terms with that. Everything they want is conditional. They
Yep.
mask it with, well, this is for the good of, no, this is for the good of you, not us. Like you guys can say that all day long, but the fact is that's why these groups exist for men, because we know that that's not true.
Yep. And Pyro, Carlos, MGTOW, and Finina, Ken for Ape Dragon Insult. The crazy part about it is, so I'm in my 40s, and MGTOW, older than me, but it wasn't. So we can tell you that YouTube is the first real outlet for men to really let this stuff be known and share notes. And before that, the narrative was completely controlled by women. Completely
It's kind of ironic, man, especially with the fact that YouTube does what it does when it comes to our channel. But it was the first set of platforms to be like, okay, now we can go on here and let people know what's really going on with real people.
Yeah. Someone has a voice coming through in the background. I don't know who it is.
Yes.
Is someone watching TV or something? Yeah, is someone watching TV or something? Someone is watching. Who is that? Huh?
Is there any static on my end?
No, you're good.
All right,
Okay.
good. I set the mic to something else, so I figured.
Like if you have your browser, like your YouTube is playing, and then you have to StreamYard, it will echo back. So you have to mute
no, it's not me. It's not me.
Okay. No, I'm saying whoever is having the problem.
Yeah, but someone has something in the background, and I can't take it anymore. So if you have voices in the background, put yourself on mute.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, Kenford, that was you, man. I'm gonna have to it's been like that for far too long. I don't know if you're on the subway or something or what, but bro, like you got to do something. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what this person says to Maya. It says, let's talk about dating first and your perspective on it. When it comes to approaching, arranging, and going on dates, I recommend starting from a vantage point of self-compassion. Take your time and be lenient both with yourself and your expectations for the other person. The more that you can go with the flow and not chase your belief of what dating should look like, the more you can tolerate disappointments and perhaps enjoy the more uplifting parts of it. You may say that things sound clumsy. You may not behave in the way that you'd hoped. You might fumble, stutter, not concentrate fully on what the person is saying because you're nervous. All of that is perfectly normal. The more self-compassionate we can be, the more relaxed we can be in a potentially stressful situation. Then think about it as though you were advising a... Huh? Go ahead. Someone was about to say something.
Oh, I was about to say, like, said hardly no girl ever when it comes to actually being with Chad or Tyrone.
Exactly. Yep.
Like, don't say this crap when they're with, like, 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 inch Tyrone or Chad, bro. None of this applies. It becomes null and void because, well, they're CC-tized, if you get what I mean.
Yep. The thing about it is Maya. It's okay.
Right.
Maya, like all these other women, has had sex. I guarantee you, she's not a virgin.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was just a joke. Like, haha, get it? Like, quote unquote. They all say that they've not. They've all. Most of them have rid the CC cell. Like, it's not.
Or
It's
had.
obvious at
They
this point.
are. They are currently writing. That's all they have,
Well,
man. That's all they have.
that too, especially if they're younger. Like if they're making videos like this, you can guarantee they're not celibate.
Oh
Yeah.
But that was the joke, like, haha, another virgin, quote unquote. That's what I meant. And gladly, if they had the opportunity, they'd lie to men and say they were.
Yep.
They'd lie.
They can get away with it. They have.
Like, just imagine if, like, hear me out. Just imagine if there was like a guy who's only looking for a virgin. That would end the minute they say, well, I wasn't really a virgin. They'd be like, kick rocks, man.
But Dragon install. They have women getting Botox in that area down there. You can have a surgery.
I've heard of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you're right. I just remembered that. Like, they get all. It's like a BBL, but with the shag rug. Like, why would you do that?
The shag rug.
Like, why would you like the shag rug? The shag rug's not a Tempur-Pedic, bro. It's your shag rug. What are you doing?
Are you absolutely kidding me?
Guys, look at this. You guys ready? Look at this.
That's crazy.
Look at this. The cost of a hymen surgery, also known as a hymenplasty or hymenectomy, could cost vary depending on the type of surgery and other factors. The average cost of a hymenplasty is $2,000 to $5,000.
Wait, hold on. You're paying from $2,000 to $5,000 just so you can inflate your. Oh God, like why?
Look.
Well,
it's an outpatient procedure that repairs the hymen, the membrane that partially. It involves removing torn skin, stitching, and remaining tear. Oh my God!
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Repair it? Repair what? Repair what? That's crazy.
How many women?
Oh no!
So you're saying they're shooting Botox into the area? Are they doing that?
No.
Get hymen surgery in the U.S. Come on.
So
now.
they want plasti around their air. That's insane, man. I mean, I've heard of it,
Indian women do it by the rise of 20 to 30%. Wow. Anyway, yeah,
it just doesn't make sense, bro.
I had no idea that was happening.
How do they replicate the blood?
I don't know, man.
Like blood squibs, like they did in the 80s in movies.
And you know what? What kind of doctor does that? Just like a general plastic surgery doctor?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be, dude. Like they probably get paid the amount of 304s that probably come in there and ask for that is probably astronomical, dude. Like
probably a lot of repeat business too.
Yeah.
I bet, dude. It's like probably a revolving door for self-conscious women out there. They're like, oh, some plasti in my.
But I have heard Christian women say that they're reconstituted virgins and God restored their hymen. And I've had that.
What?
Oh yeah.
MGTOW Infinium. So AJ's Rants and Raves. He did a video. In fact, his channel got flagged. The only time his channel got flagged, he covered this woman on TikTok that said that God healed her herpter.
Yeah.
Like she gave herself to Christ.
I actually had that said to me personally. You know.
No. TikTok, come on. You gotta tell us, bro. You gotta tell us what happened.
I was back when this is many moons ago, but back when I was going to church and everything, and back when I was in my simp days, before
we've all done it, man. We've all
been there, man.
But this, we were in like a little meeting and stuff like that, and this pixie said, God restored my so and so, and I'm a reconstituted virgin. I'm like, how can I? I don't think God does stuff like that, but yeah, she said that to me. said it seriously too. You know,
I,
like God,
I'm
God,
honestly amazed and mind blown that a woman said that to you.
yeah, yeah,
The only thing that
yeah.
I've had said to me, guys, I've had a woman say, yeah, so this we had gone out on a couple of dates, and this woman was like, yeah, we're luckily I had gone on work travel. This is back in 2021, and I went on work. We were talking and stuff, and then I went on work travel. So we're like FaceTiming, and I got to the point where the next time when I got back from work travel, we were gonna go. We're gonna do the do. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, hey, just so you know, I mean, I may have herpes, but I'm the herp. I'm not sure though. I took a test and it was inconclusive.
Wow.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I
Good
was
for you.
like,
She has it. Yeah.
Black dude.
lose my number, you
Yes.
disgusting woman.
Oh
Did
my
you have a
God.
body condom on hand?
Oh,
Block
it's
me on
gross.
everything.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. The sad part about it, and MGTOW knows this as much as I do. The black community, 51%
Oh yeah.
of black women have the herp derp, dude. 51%.
Wow.
Worse than that. I
Bro,
think
it's a high
worse than
percentage
that.
in Houston, bro.
Yeah, I think it's worse
Yeah.
than that, man.
Yeah,
Amongst black women too.
yeah. Baltimore has that drug resistant gonorrhea going
Yeah,
around. Yeah.
I heard that shit is aggressive. Pardon
yeah.
my French. I
Yo,
heard that
yo,
stuff is
yo,
aggressive.
curse words. No,
Let me
no curse words, please.
that stuff I heard is pretty aggressive out there.
Yeah. Atlanta has the high five going around, HI5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The high five going around,
Yeah.
and then like all these cities, they're just having all these emerging freaking STD rates, man.
Yeah.
Ugh, no
I
way.
even heard that you can they have eye herpes.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Wait, what?
Vampire
Oh no, like in the
Herpes in the
eye?
eye, yes.
Oh no!
Oh,
You
I just found it
imagine?
a few
Oh,
months back. Yeah.
oh no!
Knocked the nerve
Yikes!
out of me, man. I'll tell you.
We're
that's
gonna
enough to
move.
make a man bleach his own eyes from seeing that.
Yeah, that's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Let me
Like who like to skeet in your eye, have skeet in your eye, bro? Like why? What
yeah.
is the
Yeah,
purpose?
it's
What
I
is
tell
the
you,
Yeah.
purpose?
it's debauchery, you know. That's
Well,
what's going on.
I
did you
get
see
debauchery, but like you want to be
just
able
real
to
quick?
see debauchery, right?
Yeah.
How are you
Real
gonna do
quick.
that blind?
Yeah.
Did you see that story where that woman was living in a hotel and she was making money by like prostituting herself, and her child got the herp derp in its mouth
Yeah.
because it picked up a used condom and put it in its mouth.
Oh my lord.
Wow.
Yeah,
Tell me,
yeah,
no, that's wow. So basically, it's all around her kid.
yeah,
Easy access for her.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna move away from Maya here because I just did a peruse of her advice and it's a whole bunch of nothing. But let's move to this other woman here. This should be
I think I
stunning.
might need a drink of beer after hearing that, dude.
Looks like a nagger.
What are
Same.
her hashtags? Hashtag single. Hashtag single life. Hashtag single ladies. Hashtag never had a BF. Hashtag never had a boyfriend. Hashtag never had a boyfriend friend check. Hashtag dating. Hashtag life be life. Hashtag daydreaming. Hashtag ideal partner. Hashtag ideal relationship. Hashtag relationship. Hashtag relationship goals. Now, does this have music in it? I hope not.
For any of the women out there who are like me and have never been in a committed relationship before, I have a theory.
This should be stunning. And once again, guys, you think that these women who are perpetually single are 1, 2s, and 3s looking like a troll living under a bridge. But she's like, a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They all gas themselves up, bro.
Yeah.
Like they collab with each other. It's basically like their own personal echo mirrors and chambers. They're like, oh well, Stacy said I was a 5. I must be a 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they
So, like it's just a constant hive mind of self-preservation with females, man. Like that's why they say stuff like, I need to be around someone. Like even if it's
Yeah.
conditional to the point where they don't care about that person, they just need them around. They're always saying that stuff. You don't
I
hear it.
agree.
Like if men let's say it's a decent dude, right? If men said that they needed friends around, they'd be mocked
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
shamed and
Yeah.
told,
Yep.
oh, well, maybe you
Yeah.
just need to be alone. It's like maybe you need to stop categorizing the sense of loneliness as opposed to just women being alone all the time. But
Yep.
they're not going to
Yep.
do that because
Yeah.
the narrative would be ruined that way if we told people, by the way, men get lonely too, or in this case, they feel lonely too. Like they're not robots
Like,
with
have you
programmed emotions. They're humans like everyone else. Like,
the biggest
like,
double standard I've seen as of late was there's a guy that looked broke on the sub. No, there was two pictures: a woman that looked broke on the subway, and then a guy. Then below her was a man that looked broke on the subway. And on the woman it says no. On the guy it says broke as hell, and the
Yeah.
woman it says doing the best she can.
Yeah.
They look
well,
like
yeah, that's how they look
Yeah.
at it. That's
Yeah.
literally how
That's the
society
double
will go,
standard.
oh, well, she must be hitting hard times. The guy, oh, well, he should just pull himself by his bootstraps when you
Yeah.
don't know if he doesn't even have laces on his boots. Like, how,
Yeah.
how
yeah.
would you know what he's pulling up, able to pull up and not?
Yeah.
And Pyro, Carlos, MGTOW, Kimford, 8-Bit Dragon Install. Let me know what you think about this. I always say feminism has freed up women from having to be from the traditional roles, from having to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, but it's also freed up men for our from our traditional roles too. People don't understand this. Men like it used to be. Not only did women get shamed for not having a family, but men did too.
Yeah.
This whole like bachelor thing where you can you can make $40,000-$50,000 a year and be a bachelor is new. It used to be rich guys were bachelors, but now you can be a bachelor making $45,000 a year, $50,000 a year,
Yeah.
and besides these harpies on the internet, you won't really get shamed for it anymore.
Yeah.
You
That's
really
true.
won't.
Yeah.
Tell you, man, the social contract has been
Yeah.
irrevocably changed, and women changed it.
And see,
So
yeah,
I think,
they
I
changed
honestly
it,
think
but
when it
Wait,
comes to,
wait. MGTOW first. Well,
no,
yeah,
they
actually,
changed
hold
it,
on, real
but
quick.
they
Wait. Hold on.
go ahead.
Pyro, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
What do you think?
You're like repeat that.
I
What you
said,
said the
I
first
said, feminism has freed women up from traditional roles, but it's also freed men up from traditional roles, and men can now be bachelors. It used to be back in the day that only rich men could be bachelors, but now a guy who's making $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year, he can live a pretty good life by himself. What do you think?
Yes, I mean that's true. We don't have to like follow society's rules now, since as women don't follow it themselves, so society can't complain.
Yep. Okay. 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 MGTOW, go ahead.
Yeah, they changed it, but see, this is the unexpected consequences of what they changed. Because men are finding that I can get along without a woman. I can go and do what I need to do, and see, it's women that are getting out of control. They can't handle the fact that men can live their lives apart from women, and they're trying to do everything that they can to force men back into the equation. But it's game over. Men are just going to go on and do what they need to do. But this is basically you're getting what you prayed for. But what you pray for is producing unexpected consequences, and one of
You
those
got it.
consequences is men walking away from women.
Yep.
So
You got it.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey, but
men will keep adjusting according to what women are doing. Now I went through my 20s, like late 20s, you know, getting like, if I was single during that time. And so, I liked alternative music. And so you'd be around ignorant people. They think, oh, you like alternative music. You must be GAY, you know?
wait.
And then in my
So like,
30s,
Wow.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Alternative music like who?
Oh yeah, The Cure, Jesus, Mary Chain, stuff like that.
Whoa. I grew up in Seattle in the 90s, bro. So I'm, Machines of Loving Grace, Helmet, freaking, Rage Against the Machine, all that. And yo, bro, I'm black. So you got it bad. Imagine being me. I got it bad, bro. So I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I know what you're talking about. Keep going.
But there was like shaming going on, but it was mostly in my Latino circles, like in the student group in college. But yeah, you get that shame, and then later when I was single in my 30s, it became more like oh, this guy, he talked about. I think I talked with some girl, and I had a knife when I was going hiking with her, and then she told some other girl, and they had this thing. They thought, oh man, Mario's kind of dangerous, it's like a serial guy.
Yeah.
So you get different types of shame, but that's kind of fallen off since the cough.
What part of the country are you in? State.
Sorry?
What state do you live in? You don't have to say the state, just a state.
I live in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, bro, I'm from freaking Western Washington, man. At Carlos X and 8-Bit Dragon Install, man. Both you two live in Portland?
No, bro. I'm in freaking Santa Cruz, man.
Oh, okay.
I am jealous of you.
Okay.
Don't be,
Carlos
bro.
was talking. I thought it was 8-Bit Dragon
It's a
Install.
crap hole.
Sorry. I didn't recognize your voice. But yeah, and 8-Bit Dragon Install lives in Santa Cruz, California. So we have one person in Portland, one person in California. Guys, I always say, don't. If you live in Washington, Oregon, or California, if you can, just move.
Yeah.
Move. What?
Wait, I'm moving soon. Moving to a neighboring city. I want to stick close. I have parents here.
Okay.
But in terms of like that stereotype or the shame, whatever, it's definitely fallen off. The trick is, and I think most men have figured this out, is like you just don't simp. Don't pay women for unless you're getting inside. Don't pay women. Don't pay women money. And
guys, here's
that
the
way
thing. I always say, okay, there are givers and there are takers, right? And the world is full of takers and there aren't a lot of givers, right? Givers are the most powerful people on the planet because givers gather resources for others.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing about being like, men give in general, women take, right?
Yeah.
And one of the best, there are things that are symptomatic of being a giving person. So if you do any of these, you're probably a giving person. One, you apologize when things aren't your fault. You need to stop doing that.
Yep.
Two, no. So you apologize when things aren't your fault. You have a problem with people where if you lend them something, you know that it's not a loan. You're giving them money, although they're telling you that they're going to pay it back. So you need to set boundaries because, guys, if you're a giving person, right, you're going to feel bad about a lot of stuff. Let me just tell you this real quick. If you're a giving person and your best friend asks for $100, right, and he doesn't pay you back, let's just say a friend, you're going to feel bad whether you say yes to him or you're going to say no. Because if you say yes to him, you're going to feel bad because he's not going to pay you back. If you say no, you didn't help him and you're going to feel bad. But you have to do what's best for you. You're better off feeling bad about what's doing best for you than feeling bad about doing something that's best for somebody else. Okay? And the third thing about being... What's that?
I 100% agree.
Yeah. And the third thing about being a giving person is that giving people are the most powerful people on the planet.
Yeah.
We don't understand how powerful we are until it's too late.
Yeah.
Right? But the best part about, there are good parts. Giving people, most of the time, like when I was younger, I was a vindictive person and I was petty. I lived I live that petty life. It's the only life I know. Petty life. Oh man, petty life. Ah, petty life. It was great. MGTOW knows that song. Anyway,
Yeah.
Cameo.
and so uh, uh, but then a couple of times in my late 20s, I kind of took my foot off the gas pedal of being petty. And let me tell you guys, if you're a good person, I'm not a religious person, but I do believe in karma. People will get what they deserve. So
Oh yeah.
anyway, giving people, if someone does something to you, you don't have to be petty. You don't have to be vindictive. You don't have to be loud. All you have to do is just stop picking up the phone.
Yeah.
Stop giving, because
Yeah.
that is usually enough. You have people who just be like, oh my god, 8-bit dragon install. He doesn't come around anymore. He doesn't do all this stuff for me anymore, and
Yeah.
that's punishment enough. Oh my god, Kenford, he used to do all these things for me. I disrespected him. Now he doesn't pick up the phone anymore, and that's punishment enough. You don't have to. You don't have to go out of your way to make sure this person suffers. They're gonna suffer being themselves. So
Yeah.
just guys, and that's what's going on between men and women right now.
Can I
Men's
interject on your point right there?
Good words, man.
just real quick.
All right. So
Men's
how you said that
good.
right there.
hmm
Oh, trust me, I've done it maybe for a millisecond at times, and I've watched people go, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you do this? And I thought to myself,
Yeah.
oh, this person actually relies on me. So all I
Yeah.
have to do is basically do nothing, and
Yep.
they'll maybe change their tune.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
I
Yep.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that you have to look at it this way. Typically, what happens with good people who are givers, they tend to get used and they tend to get pulled into debauchery. And so, when you set a boundary, um, that is for your protection and to keep you from being pulled into the debauchery and everything, but also to protect you and keep you for those people who really do deserve your help, and it eliminates the people that do not deserve your help. So that's the other aspect of it, because again, these people, these women, I would say, they will um they look at you, they scan you, read you and everything, and they know that they can go to you and say, hey, can I get $100 to pay my car payment or something like that? And they know because of your past actions you'll go and do that, and and what they're doing, they're laughing in their hearts at you because you're doing what they want you to do. And so how to stop that is to become a set up well, I should say, set up a boundary and just filter them out. The ones that that are using you, they're trying to get you pulled up into debauchery or trying to get you thrown under the bus with their mess and everything. You filter them out and you eliminate them, and you save your good works for those people that legitimately need it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's not, you have to look at it this way. It seems cruel, but it's nothing wrong with that because
Yep.
you're protecting yourself and you're protecting the resources that are really needed for those people who you will encounter that legitimately need your help. So
Yep. I always say you only have a pie chart. You only have 100% of time and effort at any given time.
yeah,
Women keep making this mistake that you have more than 100%. In fact, my live stream tomorrow, I'm gonna be talking about more about this 9 to 5 garbage and the stuff called 5 to 9. So here's my 9 to 5, and then here's my 5 to 9. My digital marketing business or some garbage. I'm telling you, yeah.
yeah.
So Kenford Julian, are you
Modern
there?
America.
Oh
It
wait,
doesn't
are
exist
you
now.
there, bro?
You have
Yeah, I'm right here, Doug.
What do you think about
ideologies
this whole thing?
of
You got like
a
20
traditional
seconds because
conservative
something's going
yes.
on in the background, but I don't want to
Nah, just
acknowledge it.
I'm on the train, so just give me a second.
But I
All
don't
right,
think
cool.
it's
All right,
possible.
cool. Yeah. Kenford and I, we both been mods on Pro's channel forever. I think for like the because I was one of the first mods on her channel. I think but Kenford's there too. But anyway, let's get back to this here. I just wanted to make sure to acknowledge him because he's been in here. He's basically waiting. So let's get back to this lady here and see what she has to say.
For any of the women out there who are like me and have never been in a committed relationship before, I have a theory. So I don't know about you, but I am a really big dreamer. Since I was a little kid, I can remember having the most vivid imagination. Like sometimes even at work, I'll just doze off because I daydream so much and I can just create this entire world in my brain.
What are you supposed to do with women like this, man? What are you supposed to do?
Run away. Stay away from her.
I create this entire world in my brain.
So she's a schizophrenic, huh?
That's
She's saying
number
this
one right there.
Yeah, and
That's
she's
the
publicly
handbook
saying
right
this. Oh my god.
That obviously doesn't exist yet,
Obviously.
but I know it's going to happen.
Of course.
And I guess you can call it manifesting. Honestly, I'm not really.
I knew it.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
whole
here we
video.
go.
What's that?
I said I knew she was going to say that. They're always manifesting stuff, dog. Like it's weird. Like out of nothing, they're all like Loki, bro.
Yep. I like Loki.
My point is that I have such a clear vision of what I want my relationship, or I guess relationships don't work out, to look like. That if I meet someone that doesn't necessarily fit the mold of what I'm imagining that relationship to be, then I don't really give it the time of day.
Once again, these women don't understand. Do women determine when a relationship happens?
Nope.
Do women propose to men? What's she talking about? What is she talking about?
She probably thought that was really profound too. Like,
yeah, it's this freaking illusion of
really
power.
childish.
Let guys in. She's not decided that ever. Like,
I find it extremely childish.
and guys, what do you think about this? Women are women who've never had a relationship. Are they choosing to be single when they don't have a choice in it?
No.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. No.
Yeah, it's like
it's heavily portrayed. The narrative's heavily portrayed, and they've got a veil. This more society is the veil, but we all know. Those of us who know that that's below the baloney. Like we can see it, just like this one right here.
Yep.
And notice also that she has no accountability, because notice where she says she's manifesting on her job. You know, so she's not doing her job; she's manifesting on her job.
That part, what he just said, that part right there.
I wonder if she's another full-time content creator. Let me see if she. I hope. I don't know.
Now, some might say that that's me being picky or me having too high of standards, but I honestly do not care anymore how high my standards might be, because I'm honestly at a point in my life where I am so, I guess, fulfilled and I am so at peace with myself and who I am that there's no point to let a man in just for the sake of saying that I'm in a relationship.
Wow.
Man, I'll tell you.
All cap.
That is out there.
She's never even had a relationship when she was in like middle school or high school. I thought that was a normal thing.
Guys, these women have never had relationships ever.
Wow.
And guys, I always say, look, I would rather deal with a woman. Okay, no single moms. No single moms, never. But I would rather deal with a woman who's been married and divorced than a woman who's never had a serious relationship. Because anything you're good at takes practice. Anything you're good at. So to be good in a relationship, you have to have a relationship experience. And do you want to be the guinea pig with a 35-year-old woman who's never had a serious relationship?
Oh my God.
Especially a single mother who's never had a serious relationship, ran into freaking Pookie, Nug, Tyrone, and
you let him hit it raw. second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a
Yeah.
single mom.
And guys, I always say if a woman has a child out of wedlock in her 30s, she's resigned herself to be single for the rest of her life.
Exactly, man.
And then also one other thing, guys, tell me what you think about this. Pyro, Carlos X, MGTOW, 8-Bit Dragon install. As men, if you want to have kids, I don't want to have any kids myself. I don't have any myself. But you want children who are genetically yours. I see these women, oh yeah, if I don't have my own kids, I'll just adopt. What? Like
Yeah.
why are women so readily available to freaking take care of another person's child? I don't get it.
I
Oh
think it's
my
all.
God.
You go.
That's crazy. That's
I
way
think
too
I think you
crazy.
had a good point before when you said like the social contract has changed because before like you go off as an adult, you get married, you have kids, you have like your own little club now, your friends are all married and have kids, but now it's changed to like, oh, I just had a kid, so I got to join that club. um it's a very shallow way of looking at it
Mhm.
and kind of silly. It's like it's yeah, if you don't want to be a parent, don't be a parent. I get it that you want to, if you can't have a kid yourself, adopting is the next logical thing, but make sure it's you're gonna be there for the long haul. This is not just a
Yeah.
frivolous thing you're doing.
You know what? While we're on that subject, because I agree with you 100%, guys, we're gonna have a quick little side note, real quick, and tell me what you think about this. This is Michael Chandler, the UFC
Oh
fighter.
yeah.
That's his wife. They adopted
Oh yeah.
two black boys. Now, I'm gonna say my opinion first because this is my show here. You know what? Good. Good.
Yeah.
Because one of the things, both my parents are successful. Me, and all my siblings, we have master's degrees. We make six figures. We do really well. When I was young, I left that whole black culture thing behind.
Yeah.
I keep black people at the same arm's length as other black people. I was too white to be black. Just like Carlos, I listen to alternative music. I used to skate. I watched Star Trek, sci-fi.
Yeah.
I couldn't buy a date with a black woman in my 20s. Then you know what? I
Yeah.
hit 35. I grew a full beard, and I can't beat him off with a stick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I have
Yeah.
no loyalty to black freaking culture. The question
Me.
isn't why are white parents adopting black kids? Is why are there so many black kids in foster care to begin with?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Oh, we know the answer to that, man.
Uh,
We know the answer to
Yeah.
that.
You let him hit it raw. Now you're a
oh
single
God.
mom. Now you're a single mom.
That's the answer to it.
Uh,
All right, we'll go around the
yeah.
table. Pyro, what do you think of white parents adopting black children?
I mean, on it's a double-edged sword. The thing is, black parents are supposed to take care of their kids, but the other thing, white parents, I think they should also have their own kids. But if they want to adopt kids, I mean, it's their thing. But I'm th- I'm just the person like I think you should have your own kids. But if you want to adopt, I mean that's on you.
Okay. Uh, Carlos, what do you think?
Were they not able to have kids? She wasn't able to. He wasn't able to.
Yes, something like that.
I have no problem with this at all. The two-parent household, so
Yeah.
hopefully they'll have a good outcome. Yeah, I have no issue with it whatsoever.
Okay, MGTOW, Infinia?
I'm the same way. It's kind of a double-edged sword, but I really don't have any issues with it. As long as they do right by those kids. That's my thing. As long as the kids come up, because these black and particularly black boys. I'd rather a black boy be raised in a loving household by white people. You know what I mean? Because of what's going on with black boys and everything. It's again, it's a double-edged sword, but it is what it is. That type of thing. So
MGTOW Infinium, what percentage of black mothers would you say are unfit? Because I say like 80%, bro.
I
80%.
agree with you. I agree with you, man.
Because my
Yeah,
mom was a scumbag most of my
yeah,
life. I'll say it. And those were her words. My mom, she didn't go to therapy to get herself
yeah,
fixed until I was 36 years old. She started going to therapy and she apologized for all the trauma she freaking
yeah,
inflicted. And my parents are married, right?
yeah,
But even then, my dad worked a lot because he was a medical professional, and
yeah,
my mom was just like I, I hate to say this, guys, in the black community, the first person to call you too short, too tall, too fat, too thin, you're ugly like your daddy, your teeth are messed up.
yeah,
The first person you've ever heard
yeah,
call a woman a bitch or a whore
yeah,
is your
yeah. Oh yeah,
mom.
oh yeah,
Facts.
Well,
True.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So if white parents can save these boys from the trauma of having one of these ratchet ass,
yeah,
weave wearing, tattooed,
yeah,
raptor clawed, can't tell them nothing, physically violent, emotionally abusive, black single moms. Hey, I'm all for it, man.
yeah,
Anything's better than that,
yeah.
except
That's the way I
except
felt.
foster care. Except foster care.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. And then
yeah,
8-Bit Dragon Install. What do you think about this whole thing?
Well, it's the same thing as, if it's two parents that, want to be parents, like as long as they're doing right by that kid, that's all that matters to me overall. But, as long as there's also not any other nefarious natures on either one of the parents' parts, because again, it's no longer about them. It's about that kid, man. It's about those kids.
Yep,
Like,
I agree.
and as far as what you were saying about, the unfitness of our own culture, bro, I gotta tell you, being alternative myself, I can tell you, my mom was pretty much like no one knew behind closed doors she was a covert narcissist thing.
yeah,
So
oh,
her
yeah,
whole, well, I go to work or do the best I could, kind of flew with a lot of people. But what
yeah,
they didn't know is that she was just as ratchet as the outwardly
yeah,
ratchet black mothers out there.
Uh,
yeah,
They can
yeah.
hide. They disguise
yep.
themselves a lot. And
Oh
that's
yeah,
and that's why I think, as far as this is concerned, as long as they're doing right by that kid, I don't care if they're
yeah,
Barney colored purple. As long
yeah,
as
Yep.
those two black boys are being raised by
yeah,
parents, humans that love them,
yeah,
period.
Yep.
That's what
I
I
agree.
think.
yeah,
I agree because first off, I have to say hi to Cody as King because he's been following me for a while. Good to see you, bro. Guys, if you're in MGTOW Infinium, if you can expand on this, guys, if you're a successful, like one of the best ways to become successful as a black person, and I don't know if it's the same in the Latin community, Carlos. I wouldn't think so, but in the black community is divorce yourself from this overall black culture because
oh yeah,
black culture
yeah,
is trash.
yeah. It's a
Facts.
lot of acceptance of thuggo, and that's not, well, for instance, I'm a guy that I listen to classical music. I'm into, books and stuff like that, reading and everything, technology and everything. But I am a negative in terms of the black culture. I'm a negative. I am somebody that is deficient, just because I like listening to classical music. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
yeah,
yeah, I agree.
Yep. Yeah, me it was I remember, man, I remember when freaking Green Day's Dookie came out. I remember freaking Gish by the Smashing Pumpkins. I remember guys, I can tell you what I was doing, where I was when
Yeah,
Adrenaline by the Deftones came out.
yeah,
Like I just or freaking when man, I listen to progressive metal. I miss the but you're when I was young, guys, I'm telling you, in my 20s, man, I couldn't buy a date with a black girl. But I've
yeah,
been fortunate enough where my paths have crossed with these women. Or guys, I be the type of man that these women want but can never have, and don't be
Yeah,
afraid to dangle to freaking dangle yourself in front of these women. Because I'm telling you guys, I okay, okay. One little preview of a video I'm gonna do, and then we'll get back to this woman.
And I know that I've come on.
But look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this.
I'm
Men
gonna
aren't
choose to take that metaphorically, Doug.
Look at this. What's that?
I'm gonna choose to take that metaphorically.
What?
The dangling.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
God, I'm gonna be laughing at that one for a good minute, guys.
But I'm telling you, man.
Metaphorically, it was the way to go.
I've been doing it wrong for years.
I didn't even catch that myself. I'm like, oh. But yeah. Look at this, guys. Men aren't asking women questions on dates anymore. It's a problem. The cashier at Trader Joe's asks more questions than guys on dates nowadays. We can't win, guys.
Could it be because we're not hearing anymore?
We can't win, guys.
Yeah.
We can't win. So
It
I'm gonna
couldn't
do
possibly
a video.
be because they talk about themselves all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't get a wood and edgewise, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy.
Sitting there for hours as she talks about her salad, and you're sitting there going, "It's a freaking salad.
Yeah.
How are you this intricate about my minuscule stuff like this? Like, can I talk?
Exactly.
Like, what the hell?"
And they talk for at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Exactly. Thank you. Someone else said it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She says,
Thank you, all of you.
She says, since it's been a significant amount of time since I was entrenched in the dating scene. At first, I thought this was an isolated issue. Perhaps this was a bad streak of dates. Maybe I talk too much, or am more inclined to
that part.
Questions about my profession, or maybe these men were not interested in me. It could be one or two or both. But as I recount these dates and my frustration with them to my female friends, I discovered this is not a unique experience. Their eyes get wide, they nod feverishly in agreement and yell, "Yes, this has happened to me." It's like a war flashback. Ken and Naknakara of this podcast said, I've had like 5 dates in a row with different guys over a month, and I remember realizing that I wasn't getting asked any questions.
Things that never happened for $100.
Or it could be that they talked so much to where they felt like saying anything probably or asking anything probably wouldn't have mattered at that point.
Yeah.
It just so expect a video about this. I just have to review it because it's kind of long and get the best bits out of it. But yeah,
Whoa,
man.
Whiteout, are you serious? Did that really happen?
Hey, yep. I heard about this.
Wow. Okay, man.
Yep.
Oh man. Now I'm
Did
not.
you guys hear that story where they had the Toy Story characters just twerking at a kid's birthday party? Yep.
Wow.
And then we're talking about the black single mom thing. He says all the trolls are going to come in and call you racist. You know what? I'm black. I can say anything about black people I want, and it's great.
Me too.
Those must be some failed trolls because they should have figured out that you were black a while ago, bro.
It's 100% true.
They failed already.
Because here's the thing. I love being black enough where I hate the parts I hate to want to change it. And if you love something enough, you're gonna hate parts of it too. If someone is, if someone says that they love something, but they're malaise, lackadaisical, and indifferent about most parts of it, they don't love it enough. If you love something enough, you're gonna hate certain parts of it too. And it's just like relationships and being married, guys. I've been married before. I divorced my ex-wife, and I can tell you guys, most men are still going to get married despite everything we say, and just make sure that you get to that $200,000 household income thing, because financial issues are the number one reasons why people get divorced. If you have more money and resources, you're less likely to get divorced. And raising a child in a two-parent home a two-parent married home is the best way to raise children if you want
Yeah.
them. But if you're married to someone, and maybe MGTOW, I don't know if you've been married before, but I can tell you, you're only going to love that person 80% of the time,
Yeah.
maybe 75%.
Yeah.
There's going to be 10% of the time where you're going to be like, nah. And then 10% of the time, you're going to be like, I hate this mofo, man. I can't stand
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
What's most important is respect. A-
Yeah.
As a man, you got to let a woman know that she needs to respect you first and
Yeah.
don't tolerate any kind of disrespect. Number
That's
one.
right.
I
Number
tell all
two.
women that,
Yeah.
relationship
Yeah.
or not, I let them
Yep.
know. Ain't no
Number
time for
two.
that.
Number two. And I got this from Kevin Samuels kind of said something about it. Utility, guys. You have to be living a life with a woman that neither one of you could live single.
Yeah.
Neither one of you should be suffering from any problems that a single person should be suffering from.
Yeah.
That
Good point.
respect and utility is what will keep you coming back to the table when love comes and goes.
Right.
Okay? Like if a woman respects you, love can come and go, but respect, the hardest thing to get back is respect.
Yeah.
Most of you guys have friends or family members where you can say that you love them, but they lost your respect somehow, so you can't have them around, and they
Yeah.
can never get that respect.
Yeah.
So the
I
woman that you're
currently have
with, huh?
I currently have 3 of those types of individuals in my family right now. I love them, but like it lost some points, man. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
certain things that have gone over the years, bro. Like recently, me and my brother got into a fight, bro. He instead of throwing hands, he wanted to shoot a brother, man.
Oh my goodness! Yikes!
I was like, well, that's done. I mean, I used to give him money out of the blue just to help him out, because I didn't want to see him in those situations. But now I think to myself, well, he's better than me now, as he claims. He can pull it out the mud on his own. He don't need
Yep.
me,
Yeah.
So I haven't been talking to him, but he's been texting me, and I'm just like, so you're not gonna apologize? All right, well, I'll just make sure that I don't do anything. Like now, I'm not doing nothing, So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
And anyone else who's going through that, I feel you guys. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point? You devoted all this time for them to show you that basically you're just a commodity to them when it comes
Yeah.
down to it. Like, let's say you're having a mental breakdown or something, or moments of weakness, they don't really care.
Yeah.
Or
They just
Ava Dragon. Whenever they need you, you pick up and they freaking emotionally vomit all over you until they
Oh,
feel
yeah.
better and you
Yep.
feel like
Yeah.
garbage. But when
Yep.
you need to
Spot
call
on,
them,
dude.
they
Yeah.
don't pick up the
Yeah.
phone.
Yup. You honestly, you couldn't be, if right were in the dictionary, you'd be in there right now, dude. Like for real.
Yeah.
Like
And
that. And see, I've even tried to ignore it. And I'm usually an antisocial person. I ain't gonna lie about who I am. But when I do act nice to people, I notice, like, do you think it's some form of weakness, man? I could just be like, F y'all together. Like, but the people I actually value or care about, you generally will probably see me try to go to bat for them.
well, the
No.
best way is because you just got to make sure to get your castle in order first before you help anyone else, man.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. All the time.
Because
You can't help anyone unless you can help yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. hmm
But
You
I've
know.
noticed that when I feel for anyone else who's going through that right now, like I feel you, because I got currently my brother, my grandmother, and well, my mother for one, but that's always been a thing. And there's recently been some kind of wedge between me and him regarding my niece, aka his kid. That let's just say it. He was thinking with his pookie head instead of his actual brain. Let's just put it that
Yep.
way. But because of that now it's just like, if I do come around, it's for my niece.
Yeah.
It ain't
You know
really
what?
for none of them.
One of the best things that you can do is draw a T chart on a piece of paper, just like in grade school. On the left side, you want to put your problem. On on the right side, put not your problem, and
Yeah.
all the major issues that you experience in your life. Write down what's your problem and what's
Oh,
not
dang,
your
I
problem.
remember that, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that. I
Telling you
remember that.
uh,
I think I did that
because
like in 8th grade.
yeah, selfish people, what they're good at is making their problems your problem.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
don't
I'm
be
gonna
afraid
try
to say
that.
it.
I
Say,
ain't done
guys,
that in a while.
yep, say, guys, you know what? This is not my problem. It's not.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not my problem. It's not.
Yeah, I've had to do that with my family, basically. I'll just say this, for myself, we're in a time where things are so bad, particularly because of narcissism and everything. Narcissism is an epidemic right now. And it is so bad that you might find yourself in a condition where you have to literally walk away from your family. You to protect yourself, to keep yourself from being pulled into what they're into and everything. I'll just say that that has to be a consideration because of the way things are going. And it's a tough type of thing, but again, you may find yourself literally having to walk away from your family.
No, I hear you, man. That's real, bro. Like I've had elders on the street who were actually brothers tell me like I had to get away from my family, man. I
Yeah,
don't talk to them. If I do talk to them, it's for like my grandkids or something like that. I
yeah,
would just sit there thinking to myself, wow, like so basically you've been alone the rest of your life. And they're like,
yeah,
yeah, bro, it tends to be better when you have your things in order, but you also
yeah,
realize that the people who actually, give a crap about you will not be there just when your things are in order.
yeah,
They
yeah,
could be going in disarray, but the people who will be there, they'll see that and be like, whatever, you'll get it together soon. I'm here for you. But they'll
and
show
I
you.
just real quick, just quick. I watch I watch a lot of MMA, and this fighter right here, um, Sarah Kaufman, she fought Ronda Rousey back in the day in Strikeforce.
oh,
And she was doing an interview with Ariel
Oh,
Helwani,
dude.
and
I remember this day.
yeah, and she had to cut off her family. She lives
yeah,
in Toronto now. She's like retired now, but this interview was like 8 years ago,
yeah,
and Ariel Hawani asked her about like her family, and she's like, yeah, I don't talk to them. He's like, you
yeah,
don't talk to them. She's like, yeah,
yeah,
they're just a bunch of trailer trash.
yeah,
And she's like, well, like, what about Christmas and Thanksgiving? Because a lot of people think that you have to deal with family, especially on holidays. Doug and PA,
yeah,
I'm the exact opposite, man. When you become of age and no one's paying your bills, everyone has to earn and keep your respect, even
yeah,
family. So she
yeah.
was one
That's
of the
true.
first people that was when the publicly came out and was like, I don't talk to my family. For Thanksgiving and Christmas, I have friends around and stuff. But my family, I'm done with them.
Yeah,
All they do is drag me down.
Hey, at
And
least he's honest about it, man.
yeah.
yep. So
Your family, because of the blood is thicker than water type of thing, your family will throw you under the bus faster than somebody that you don't know.
yep.
Yeah.
And forget about you.
Yep.
That will happen to you.
I,
So
I,
that's
I gotta
that's
ask
why
all you guys, you've
go
heard
ahead.
that phrase? Did you guys ever think that was BS too?
What's that?
Blood is thicker than water. Like, did you ever think to yourself, I don't know, because they act a whole lot
Well,
differently as opposed
so
to what that means.
let me say something. So my mom's side of the family, she had 7 siblings. I only met one of my aunts
Hmm.
because my mom was like, my family's crazy.
Yeah.
Then my dad has 2 brothers and a sister. Never met. I think the last time I saw them was second grade. And guys, I'm 43 years old. I've never been to a funeral.
Hmm. Wow.
I
Oh my.
didn't go to.
Whoa.
Wow.
My mom didn't go to her mom and dad's funerals. My dad didn't go to his. So like, we were always a small family, and like, so I learned from real quick from jump. Like, look, family has to earn and keep your respect like
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm not for having that freaking drunk uncle that has to yell and scream and start
Yeah.
fights, or that freaking drunk aunt that comes over and yells and screams at people.
Yeah.
No, hell no,
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm. But let's finish up with manifest lady here, and
Oh,
then we'll wrap it up.
here being upset so many times of being like, well, when is it going to be my turn? But after a lot of reflection and a lot of introspection, I have realized that if I have to wait another 10 years to have my first boyfriend, then so be it. I know exactly what I'm looking for, and it's not something that I can really describe in words. It's more so a feeling that I know I'm going to get when I am with someone that I want to pursue a relationship with. And when I think about it too, all of the things that I dreamt about as a kid, for the most part, ended up happening as an adult, which is why I trust my mind so much to create the things that I know can happen and are going to happen. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's okay to have a very vivid imagination and have an image of what you want your future to look like. Every single thing in my life that has happened exactly when it was supposed to, exactly at the right moment, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, which is why I know that me waiting for my first boyfriend or partner is going to be worth it. And one of the most beautiful things that anyone has ever told me, I think this happened when I was like 12 or 13. It was my friend's mom, and she looked at me and she goes, Alexa, you're going to have the most beautiful love story. I can honestly.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait,
Oh
wait,
my
wait.
God.
Hold on. So
Wow.
did her vivid imagination tell her she was going to be making this video?
Apparently, because everything happened how it should.
I mean, like, how do you not look in the camera, tell this story, and think I'm full of crap?
Yeah. And
Like, how? Like,
Yeah.
women have this. Listen. Women have this innate ability to look it directly in a mirror and go, all the lies I'm about to tell myself, I feel better now. Even though it's a lie, I feel better. Let's go tell other people that same lie. Like, what?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a football player and and write novels. Neither have happened. I was a stupid
Wait.
kid.
Did you imagine them? But did you imagine them?
I did imagine them.
No,
But they didn't come true.
Carlos, you didn't imagine.
I guess
Yeah, you must not imagine hard enough.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't manifest and imagine hard enough.
Okay, back to the drawing table then.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm telling you, they must have a plethora of drawing boards at their house right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Only
And a
women
vision
can
board.
talk like this, guys, because men get audited real quick.
Oh yeah.
The world will tell you that manifesting isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Daydreaming
They'll
isn't
kick us
going
in
to
the
happen.
face for that.
Yeah.
They'll be like, manifest this food to the face. Like, all right,
Right.
well,
Yep.
thanks. I guess I was the only thing I could manifest. Here's another one.
It's
Like,
crazy, dude.
Women will just be patted on the back the moment they imagine that they're gonna get $20 from their simp caller on their cell phone.
Yep.
You know, like it's just like we don't have to know that something's not going to happen in order for it to not happen, especially if there's nothing being done to make it happen. But women go around and are told that nothing's happening, but something will happen. It's like,
Yeah.
again, like every woman in the world must be Loki then, because they're conjuring things out of nothing. Well, then why don't you guys just conjure more money? Conjure better cities full of women. Oh, right. Because nothing happens out of thin air. Nothing. Not the clothes on our back, not the barcode it takes for us to be shown up. You know, like none of those things that we use in everyday life just manifested out of the blue. And somehow we've been given this illusion that it has. Like, you know, just imagine if we had to hunt and fish. They'd think it would just come from the grocery store still, which they still do. Let's just be real, they still do. But you know, how do you just walk through life being told, well, if you think of something, it'll just randomly appear?
Well,
like no person on earth.
Here's my thing, though.
It's really weird.
I think. Here's the thing. So, like, look, if you want to have a relationship and you want to be with a woman, you should be able to say that you need a good woman. Everything I've said I've needed, I've gotten. I needed my bachelor's degree. I needed my master's degree. I needed, you know.
That sounds way more logical.
But
more logical.
Anything because you need air, you need food.
Yeah.
If you're lacking food and you need it, all of your actions will go towards you getting food. If you're lacking oxygen and you need oxygen, so these women need to just say they need a man. You need it because
Yeah.
That's
you're
the thing. That's the word. That's the trigger word for the need. Especially
need.
when it involves us, like they don't want to acknowledge that the need isn't necessarily a form of being weak or
Yeah, a
having the weakness
concession
to
or a
need
weakness.
something. You
Yeah,
know, like they associate that with bad stuff, like the word in itself. Because if you notice, they always use those go-to words. They're not going to use words that sound dependent. They're gonna they're gonna circumvent those words into like they're doing us the favor by suggesting it or doing it. It's like no, it's a conduit. We're helping you, you're helping us.
Yeah.
Period. It's not it. Men don't get to be told that, especially through childhood. Men do not get to be told, "Oh
Yeah.
well, no, if you want that, you'll get it." Unless
Yeah.
you
yeah,
have unless you have two parents or one parent that's really, really in a cheery disposition, they'll likely tell you that. But you'll grow up knowing at some point that's not all true.
and
Yeah.
also Pyro, Carlos X, MGTOW, 8-Bit Dragon Install. One thing women will never know is the paralyzing anxiety and fear of turning 18 at 18 as a young man in society. When you
Yeah.
graduate high school, you go out
Yeah.
into the world because you know you're worthless.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah. Yep.
useless and you're
Yeah.
worthless, and you have to
Yep.
make something of yourself. Women will never know. Actually, you know what? The only thing I may be able to compare that to, because my sister has a child, right? She said when a woman has a child and you hold that child in your arms for the first time, maybe that compares because you're like, especially like a woman's first child. She's like, look, I like this came out of me now. I have to make
Yeah.
sure this thing doesn't die.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the only equivalent, but women will never know what it's like to be a man, to
Yeah.
to turn into a man, 18 years old, graduate high school, and be
Yeah.
thrown out into the freaking world and say you must become something,
Yeah.
sink or swim.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the other thing that I want to touch on with about that. Like they get the source of commodity through birth. They get to be like, well, this is your chance to still be something. We don't get that when we're 18.
Yeah.
If we're not dating somebody, if we're not if we're not in a committed situation where we have to provide for people, we're automatically useless by
Yeah.
society's people. Like we
Yeah.
don't get the escape routes. We don't. And I'm not saying a baby should be used for that, but let's face it, that's
It's being used
essentially
all
the
the
only.
time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but that's essentially what it says when these women go out and when they're promiscuous as they are and have these
Yeah.
children, they still don't acknowledge that this is probably the only other escape route you have before people realize, oh, you're a 304.
She makes me want to change careers. I want to become a tarot card reader. I'll say 10 years. This is
Oh,
Exactly,
hey,
man.
there's a lot of them out here, man. You probably
No, no, no,
will.
no,
All you gotta
no.
do is get the business, bro.
No, Carlos, you got to go into digital marketing and sales like all the rest of these 304s.
shooting the horoscopes. And, yeah.
Yeah,
I
But,
think.
but I
Oh,
would give
bro.
it of where I see them. I would say in 10 years, I see you in the grocery store. You're eyeing every man that walks by, trying to catch eye contact, but they won't do it. Yeah,
yeah. You
go to the produce section and try to touch.
you wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because odds are they're gonna have that little bastard child in the child seat
Yeah.
part the freaking stroller. I'm telling you, man. Let's get done with this last little part, and then we can wrap up.
Lucy say that quote is the reason that I have never settled for any relationships and why I will not get into my first relationship unless it's someone that I'm absolutely certain about that's going to add to my life.
Okay, we're coming up
She looks like she's
on
on.
3 hours. Huh?
She looks like she's on something too.
Yeah.
You know,
I had that feeling too, like the way she's staring into the camera, man.
Yeah.
and like I said,
Too much light in the eyes.
For any
like I said at the beginning, most of these women that I've shown today are not unattractive. Well, I mean, she is,
Yeah.
but you know, five head
Oh, well.
here
Except for
is,
one.
but yeah, look, her. Oh wait, who's this one? I mean,
For the longest time,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
mid though. Although
Yeah.
but you know what? I do like nerds though, so there's that.
Yeah.
And is that like a strawberry cup or something? Anyway, whatever. And
Yeah.
then and her,
Okay.
they're not unattractive, man. But just like, why are you single? And it's funny because you're not supposed to ask a woman her weight. You're not supposed to ask her why she's
Yeah.
single. You're not supposed to ask her what are some of the other questions. She's not supposed to ask a woman. Oh, what do you bring to
What's
the
your body
table?
count?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your body count?
Yeah. Body count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's national,
So,
dude.
I'm not
Now.
gonna lie, ask them all those things.
because you're a
Do
savage,
you
bro.
have kids?
And they look at me side. Sometimes they give me the evil eye, but they're like, "That's bold." I'm like, "What's bold about it? It's realistic. I want something out of this. I'm not. Men, look, this is what I believe. Men just don't hang around women for no reason. I
Yeah.
think that's nonsense. Like, there's nobody in this. That's not how we were created. That's not how man and woman came into this world. Like we don't just hang around them for nothing.
Yep.
Unless you're a simp or a cuck. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
We don't do that stuff, man. Like it's just not real men anyway. Like the ones that hey, I want a legacy to be left in this world if I'm gonna be with a woman.
Mm. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up because we're coming out on 3 hours. Pyro, final thoughts on perpetually single women in these relationship versions.
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for them one bit. They did this to themselves, and I don't want to. I don't want to hear them complaining because as women they have choices. They have way more choices than men.
Yep, I agree. Women like this, there is no reason why, like all these women, well, except five head here, can get
Oh my God.
they
God.
and
Wow.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hold that one in.
and freaking nerd box over here. But like these other women, she can
Yes.
get the kind of guy that she
Savage.
that like
He
other
said
women,
nerd box.
yeah, that other women want, but they just don't want
Damn.
to. And I tell you, one day the party's gonna be over.
Oh yeah.
Carlos X, last thoughts on women who are perpetually single.
Well, I'm gonna start my digital marketing career soon.
Yeah, do it. Let's go.
I'm gonna basically flip a coin, and if it lands on heads, I'll tell them what they want to hear, and if it's
Oh, he's
tails,
gonna do-
I'll tell them what I think they're gonna be seeing if they continue doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a great business. Anyone who wants in, I'm taking investors. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm. What's the scam now? They're gonna start a digital marketing business where they sell. Oh, this one, like I've heard a couple of women say it. They sell products that are I forgot it. I don't remember, but there's just like spiel. I'm gonna start a digital marketing business where I resell products based upon being online and blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, sure. Sure.
They
What's the
know
product?
it's like product testing, right?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Like they don't like it's a pyramid.
Wait.
Are we
Carlos,
talking?
go
They're
ahead.
selling.
Go ahead.
It's weird, man.
Carlos, go ahead.
Are we talking used undies here?
I mean, that's probably for all they know. For all they know. But it's like when they say that, it's like they're just getting other people's product out there. They themselves are not selling it.
Guys. I got my graduate degree at in my hometown, and the college I went to is one of the. Carlos knows exactly what college I'm talking about. It's one of the top liberal arts colleges in the country.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that one. And in Washington State. And I remember I was sitting next to this girl in class. Now, this college, everyone comes there to be hippies, and they're always protesting something. They're always doing something like that. And in fact, it's so bad that we have this term called a trustafarian, where it's these trust fund kids who like want to fight the power and be Rastafarians for 4 years
Oh man, yeah,
before
yeah, I heard of that. Yeah,
before they graduate and get a job at their dad's company.
yeah.
So I was sitting next to this. Okay, I got my master's degree there, and I was sitting next to this girl who was going to be an academic. Like she went to undergrad to grad school, never had a job, and she was planning on going on to get her PhD, right, and then just like teach or whatever. And this girl was your stereotypical white girl hippie, right? And she 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 was blowing her. She wasn't next to me. She was like further down, and she kept blowing her nose. We're like, "Why are you here? Are you sick?" But like, I was looking at what she was blowing her nose with, and it was like this weird shape, like material thing. I'm like, what? So I had to. One of my character flaws, guys. I stare and I ask. Right? actually, my number one character flaw. You guys know what rubbernecking is?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
I will wait through traffic to see a good accident. I will wait through traffic. Guys, I'm that fucking guy. I am that guy. I'm the guy driving 2 miles an hour.
He'll be on the merging lane looking sideways.
That is me, guys. That is me. So anyway,
Get there to look at it.
so I had to ask. I'm like, what is that, guys? This girl would cut her old granny panties, like her old panties.
Are you kidding me?
And reuse them as
my God.
handkerchiefs. I said, wait. You're blowing your nose with your old underwear. She said, yeah. I was like, Jesus H. Christ.
Oh my God.
At least clean them.
That is out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, I do it all the time. I have a whole pile at my house. I don't throw my old underwear away. I just cut them and use them as handkerchiefs. So like, I don't affect the environment by using tissues. I was like, bro,
all right,
what?
step one with that. Stay away from that house.
Right there, man. Oh
Yeah.
Don't ask her for a Kleenex neither.
Oh my God.
But MGTOW Infinium. Final words on perpetually single women. Follow that up.
Oh yeah. 2 takeaways. Number 1, it's not my problem, not my issue. Number 2, women need to do what they've been telling we men to do for years, and that is suck up and shut up. So that's why I'll leave it.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
8-Bit Dragon Install. Final words on women who are perpetually single.
Well, I hope they enjoy the cat boxes and wine, because the men out there that are doing what we need to do as men, we're going to continue to do it with or without them. And this is what they wanted. This is what y'all wanted, ladies. You got it.
Exactly.
Yep, I agree. Well, I'm going to be online tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern to talk about there's so many of these women who don't want to work 9 to 5s or have these plans to get out of their 9 to 5s that they have this thing called a 5 to 9. So they're like, oh yeah, the 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. before my job. Here's how I spend it. Or the 5 to 9 after my day job. Here's how I spend it. And I have this lengthy article about how the 5 to 9 culture is toxic and it's burning women out, and all the extra labor that women have to go through, blah, 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 blah. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. Carlos X, MGTOW Infinium, 8-Bit Dragon, Insolve, Ken for Julian, thank you for joining me. Dante's Inferno Purgatory, Whiteout, Cody is King, Stephen M, banned from the Republic of Palau, PM Maximus. Oh, he's new. I haven't seen it before. AB Lifesavers, the Calm Gadget guys. Okay. Garrett Grant. And I think, Pearl was here for a little bit, man. Guys, I was supporting Pearl back when she had 11,000 subs. That's when I became a moderator on her channel. And to see how far she's come, Pearl is fantastic. And let me just say real quick, I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Pearl's a woman, this and that, whatever. The red pill message, there are some clowns, yes. Like you can see the back and forth between that Wes Watson guy and that Andrew whatever guy that was on the Fresh and Fit Live. Did you see that? It was awful. Anyway, yeah, you don't have to agree with all red pillars. I don't like pickup guys. I don't like guys who sell courses, and I really hate Donovan Sharp. I hate Donovan Sharp, and then freaking Fresh from Fresh and Fit. I can't stand him. Mainly because
grifters.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. Like Myron's all right, but Fresh. First off, I have a speech impediment. I worked on it. I've worked on it my whole life.
Yeah.
I can tell he hasn't worked on his.
Yeah.
And it's really bad for me because I know what he should be doing. I went through 12 years of speech therapy all the way through public school. And to see him really bad for me because and to see him fumbling and stumbling through this opportunity that he has, it fucking pisses me off. But anyway, you don't have to agree with all red pillars, but look, society has removed mainstream masculine role models. All they care about is athletes and entertainers, and this is society's fault that Top G gets an audience, Fresh and Fit, and I'm for anyone that has a red pill message. Look, we've heard the counter narrative for the past 50 years. So let's flood the market with our narrative. I don't care who it's coming from. It can come from a 27-year-old girl from the suburbs of Chicago. I don't care. As long as the narrative is for men and pro male. Like eat the meat and spit out the bones. You're going to find people you don't agree with, but the message needs to go out there. There might be a time where the market is oversaturated, but we are not there yet. And BGS Ivmore said it the best. Every 2 years or so, the red pill is dying. The red pill is dying. Yeah. But modern women are going to be modern women.
That's true.
And as long as they're being modern women, Doug MPA is going to be around. MGTOW Infinium is going to be around. Carlos X is going to be around. 8-Bit Dragon Insult is going to be here. And we're going to be here to watch all these women cry and yell and scream and bitch on social media. What were you saying?
I'm going to die from the sky and get savage, bro.
Exactly.
That's why they're mad and they're single moms.
Oh, yeah.
Jameson says, I respect Fresh's sperm count.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Guys, and I'm just going to say one thing. I don't think that Daisy Chin girl was ever pregnant. I think that, okay, I'll sum it up after this. I'll sum it up after this. I think that Myron and Fresh got tired of everyone clowning on Fresh and saying that he doesn't have any game and he doesn't get hot women because we've never seen him with hot women.
Oh.
He flashes his cars, he flashes his watches, but he doesn't flash his women because, guys, I can get more women than Fresh.
Yeah.
But I think that this whole Daisy Chin thing was a plant to show that he can get women, and to get sympathy for him and say, oh, he almost got by this bad bee. No, I don't think Daisy Chin was ever pregnant. I don't think she was. I think that they gave her a bunch of money, or they did something in her favor, and she's like, okay, guys, I'll be the villain to you guys to make Fresh the hero, because she doesn't care if she's known as a freaking a baby trapping gold digger. She doesn't care.
Probably already known as that.
Yeah. And what does the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase say? Everybody's got a price and everybody's got to pay. And Daisy Chin has a price. I guarantee you. I don't have any sources for this or anything, but let me tell you, every call-in show, people just bash all over Fresh. They bash all over him. So they're trying to give him cred. They're trying to make him like a real red pill guy who almost got, and he messing with beautiful women and this, that, and let's give him a, like Anderson Silva had Chael Sonnen. You know what I'm saying? Ali had Frazier. Well,
Yeah.
Fresh, Rocky had Apollo Creed. Well, Fresh had Daisy Chin. I think that's exactly what happened. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
It's a really good theory.
It's a credible scenario because a lot of times, like with Fresh and Fit, they were kind of going downhill and they were having a lot of trouble. So sometimes negative attention can turn into money. You know what I mean? So it sounds credible to me. You don't know.
I'm telling you, man. Fresh is a like Myron's okay, but Fresh, I'm telling you, I'm saying one last time, having go through as much speech therapy I've gone through, and the techniques I use to be able, and it's funny because I got to give Fresh credit. If I hadn't started hearing him on Fresh and Fit, AJ and I both say that we should have started this back in the pandemic, but I was always afraid that like my speech impediment would have been so bad. But then I heard I heard him, and I'm like, bro, if he can do it, I can do it. Come on now, So anyway, make sure to tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I really appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward. Just get ready to talk about 9 to 5 and 5 to 9s, and I'll let you guys go. If you have tomorrow off for the holiday, have fun, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Great screen.
All right. Peace out. See ya.
With all of you.
All right.
Have a great day.
You let him hit it, bro.